Y esa niña no se aguanta. Hey, quiere todo porque sí sabe a Fanta. Hey, and we're back with a very special edition Sunday version of this podcast. So I'm gonna need y'all to do the extras. Share us, fucking screenshot it, post it, do all that stuff. We got Flor in Spanish on Instagram, by the way. Her Instagram's up there already. Up there. Flor in Spanish is going to be scrolling by. Make sure you tag me, tag her. We're going to repost and everything like that. Sunday version of this podcast is going to be a very good one. It's going to be funny. It's going to be heartfelt. It's going to be political. It's going to be emotional. It's going to do all the good that, you know, the Latino community needs and women, especially Latinas, need. So we out here. I would like to welcome my guest, Flor in Spanish, a.k.a. Flor.
Thank you, Snow.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Thank you for saying my name like that.
What? Yeah.
With the
Flor.
I grew up people being like Flor, like the floor.
Yeah. What? No,
so
it's
it
Flor.
means a lot, man.
Of course.
It's hard out here, man.
Well, I mean, you know, you read it like that. You know, I speak Spanish, so Flor. Una Flor.
You know, we grew up in the USA, so.
Yeah.
Like Flor.
Nah, man. If anyone who talks to you like that, you let me know. Me and my boots will show up. No, I'm just joking.
No, I definitely had to hold it down. You know, when I became like a certain age, I think like 14, I was like, you got to say my name right. But before that, I would be like, yeah, it's fine.
You used to fight when you were little? No, I'm just saying, like, we got to get the other side of you. Obviously, I feel like for those of y'all that don't know, you know, from the outside looking in, I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't know her very well. I feel like we've grown up, like we've grown in the same kind of circles, kind of parallel. Obviously, I'm a rapper. I do my thing. You know, y'all have done events and stuff like that, but you also do a lot of good in the community. And I've seen it, and I've always wanted to make sure that I feel like I've always reached out, and we've always talked about it, but it never really has happened. And now that it has, I'm like, I want to continue because I do feel like you're a very good guide in that. Like, I feel like if you were to be like, yo, Snow, this would be good for you to help. Like, I think like I would do it more without thinking than, you know, because, you know, sometimes there could be a lot of scams out here. I get hit up on the daily by people that are like, you know, I need Cash App me this because I need this. And, you know, and then you go to their page and you're like, bro, your boyfriend is wearing mad Jordans and buying, you know what I mean? And you're just like, I don't know. You need to research, and you need to know who's actually doing the good work and whose heart is really in it. I feel like her heart is really in it. So I'm glad that we're finally getting to know each other and stuff so that we can do this. But we need to know, like,
who is
was
she?
You fighting? Like, we all were, you know what I mean? Like growing up, like we all came up from similar. I'm gonna assume. Did your parents live here? Were you born here? Were you born there? What's your story like from?
Yeah, that's good.
When did your parents meet? Where did they? No, I'm just joking. When did they conceive you? No, I'm kidding.
Well, I was born in Jalisco, Mexico. Can you hear for Jalisco, Mexico?
Hey, oh yeah, arriba el tequila.
That's right. And the mariachi.
Nice, hell yeah.
Pero I came to the US when I was 3 years old. And you know how you mentioned the fighting part? Man, I had to keep it low key because of my status.
Exactly.
I couldn't mess around like that. And even if I wanted to, you know, I just had to.
But I'm saying, did people try you?
Yeah, I was bullied, especially also for things for like my name. Damn. You know, or people would be like, why do you roll your R's? Like, it was those randomest things, just hating.
Yeah. No, yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. And I get that, like, because there's been times when people ask me, like, why do I care so much about, like, you know, immigrant things and stuff like that, obviously, because I was born here. But it's because I feel like, well, especially with my parents and my cousins and my aunts, like, they couldn't say stuff. So, like, I felt like I could, like, what you gonna do, you know what I mean? So I was the one that was always, like, defending and talking and, like, doing all that. I get you, though, because I tried to, like, lay low about fighting because I didn't want to fight. That's it. Like, it's not like, you know what I mean? I'm not the toughest guy in the fucking world. But yeah, like I didn't want to necessarily fight. Yeah, yo, did you fight?
Yeah. I beat my teacher's ass one time.
Oh my God, this is not good.
Yeah, because he tried to like separate me from this guy.
Oh.
And then I was like, pues te quieres meter, vámonos. And then I stalked him twice, and then he's like, pues chinguense. So we did.
But that was in Mexico.
Yeah, and then he took me home because he had no choice.
Oh my gosh. I'm dead. I immediately regretted asking you that question. like I was just kind of trying to keep the convo going, and then he was like, "Yeah, I beat my teacher's ass." I'm like, "Whoa!" I immediately regretted that. That is not even where I wanted to go, man.
But Mr. Pham, he was my favorite teacher, and I would never hit him.
Oh, and you know what though? Not being able to physically fight, you have to fight with your words, and that's why I think I'm so like well spoken in like the political space and just like trying to get like everybody informed and like. You know, because, like, I had to get down and be like, with my words, you know?
I thought you were going to segue to trying to battle rap me right now. So I had to be good with my words, which brings me to my next point. But she starts battling me. I like literally lose right now.
Oh.
She's like, I'll battle rap you for your ranch. It is our property now. I'm like, damn, I lost it just like that.
She comes Mexican OT with the R's.
I'm dead. The style now is to overly roll your R's. That's like the cool thing now, right?
Well, it's cool if you know how to do it.
Real?
Yeah.
Oh,
If it comes out
man.
natural.
Yeah.
Hey, how things have changed, man. We really taken over.
Right?
I mean,
Hell
you see
yeah.
it right here. You see
No,
it
you
right
see-
here.
You seen like how they did the whole copy paste Latina makeup and stuff? Turns out the girl's white. Did you see that?
No.
She became the face of like quote unquote Latina makeup, and Shorty's white, blonde hair, blue eyes. Which, by the way, look, I ain't even trying to get in that whole argument. I got my own fucking arguments to fucking get into. But it is a little crazy how for like Latinas it is hard to get your lane, and then always who ends up getting it ends up being someone who is not, and you're just like, but then it's everybody else is defending it, and everyone's like, why are y'all hating? And it's like, well, it's not the point of hating, beautiful girl. It's just more like, damn, it would happen to us, right? Like it would be that we don't end up being the face of our own shit. That's just us. Shouts out Netflix and everybody else that makes.
Yeah, and we got the makeup too. Look, right? We do the.
But that's what she did, though.
Yeah, no, I
you
know.
You
I seen
saw
it. I saw it.
You on TikTok?
And you know, I am. Well, I'm not on it, but I go on there to watch you.
Yeah, right. You need to be on it. You need to be on it. You need to talk.
It's
I agree with what's his name?
Jordan.
Yes, Jordan. I agree with
Shout out, I'm a
Jordan. Shouts out. Yeah, shouts out Jordan. That I do feel like you need to, put your face out there more as far as like what you do, because you do so much good stuff, and like I do feel like,
Yeah, I mean,
do that.
I feel like
post you.
I feel like I've definitely been part of the culture, especially how you were saying, like, with the event company that we have, and then just I guess it's people need to see, that you can be cool. You can be. Can I cuss on here?
Yeah, girl.
Okay.
What the fuck? Like, that's what we brought you for. Cuss up a storm. Cuss him out.
I was like, because you could be cool as fuck and still give back. You could look like this and still like give back to your gente. You don't have to fit in a box or look a certain way or talk a certain way. Like,
yeah.
And that's definitely something I had to like overcome, because I was getting a lot of hate in the beginning because I wasn't your typical like, founder of a nonprofit. It's like, like.
I'm not going to lie. I saw when that was happening, and I know that they were hating on you, like for like, you know what I mean? To me, I was just like, that's some fuck shit. But that's why I always kind of continued like following you, because I was like, I saw you prove with facts. Like I saw people kind of hate on you, and then you just were like fact after fact after fact after fact. Like, where are those people now? Like, where? Like, people are always gonna and I'm saying that because it's happened to me too, where it's like always the negative is the first thing people are trying to. Well, she's not this and she's not that and she's not, and it's like, bro, y'all want to be saved by the white man so damn bad that the moment that a Latina comes up or a Latino comes up and we're trying to do something, y'all want to drag that shit down so bad. Y'all rather sit there and be beggars to like, please somebody save us. But when people of your own people are trying to do the right thing, you always want to nitpick and talk shit and whatever. And it's like, dude, yeah, if you have young people, my phone just died. I've been having trouble with this phone. Whatever. All right. Well, hopefully TikTok makes their way over here. Anyway, people. What the fuck was I saying? Oh, yeah. People always are going to try to hate and they don't realize that if you're young, Latino, if you're a young person, you dress kind of cool, you still do, cool shit or whatever. Yeah, vas a tener cola que te pisen. Like, people are going to talk about your exes, or they're going to talk about this, or they're going to talk about that. But it's like, bro, you need to focus on the good that's being done. Like, that's what needs to be the front, the main focus, not fucking trying to nitpick and do all that, because así nunca vamos a tener gente. And to be honest, I don't know, a lot of times when it comes to Latino issues, you gotta admit we struggle to find those voices and those faces that are gonna be the people that show up to fucking talk in those situations. Ya ven lo que pasó acá with the 8 people that got locked up and shit. It's like, who do we have, dude? We just be looking at, yeah, Free the Justice 8. And it's like, even with that, you saw how many people were talking crap, and it was a lot of Latinos, dude.
That's what I was gonna say.
It was mostly,
and that's why I hurt, because it was like our own people, and I was like, what's happening here, man? Like, not even people that are giving back or safe from this whole whatever it is, right? But that's where we need to like realize that something like the oppression has gotten to like our gente, and it's been like crabs in a bucket mentality because they've given us crumbs in the first place. Yeah. So we're like working with trying to get what little we do have as a community. But I think now it's time to be like, yo, we're here to collaborate. All people should be collaborating, because we're a force. And I'm going to say this once, we're the native indigenous people of the Americas. That's why there's so many of us. But then we forget who we are, and we call ourselves immigrants, or like we accept the terms illegal or even Hispanic, Latino, when in reality, like we were already here. That's why we're the majority.
Yeah.
And we have so much power, and especially purchasing power. We have over like what, 3 trillion in purchasing power a year.
Damn.
And so it's like we are the force, and it's not that the system is flawed. It's working exactly the way it was built.
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. And we help it, you know what I mean? Like in our communities, a lot of times the main hate that you see and everything, and that's why it's really sad that it actually worked, because for example, with the Justice 8, like all that, I had to quietly help. I didn't even make it a big deal. I just had to just do my little, and then just because I know that it became this thing where it's just like they are under attack. Anybody who's helping is under attack.
That's right.
They're going around like they're
being undocumented,
bro.
Can't
it's
even
fucked up, and it became so frustrating because it's just like you can't. It's just like we're watching it in real time. And when I commented something about that, somebody literally commented underneath that I was being a conspiracy theorist. And I'm like, it's a conspiracy that they really want you to shut up. I'll give you a perfect example. I told y'all, and it was a joke. Like, it just, I'd be walking around the ranch or whatever, and just any little thing becomes like a metaphor to me. But when I was trying to bring the chickens in, right? I was trying to bring the chickens into the coop. And I'm like bringing them all in, and they're all going. But one of them went this way, and I was like, fuck. Like, I was focused on that one because that one made all of them fucking go. Like, the moment they were all going, and the moment that one jumped this way and all of them saw her like go that way, they all fucking got out. And I was like, god damn. And I'm like, that's exactly how they treat us. They're like, everybody go this way, and the moment one person goes this way, they're like, oh no, we got to shut that one down, and we got to make it a point, because otherwise
our gente so much because we're working. Because we don't have time to, make videos.
Yeah,
unless it's
but
your
also
livelihood, right?
No, it's also because of the
hate,
like. I feel like the only thing that takes off on TikTok right now is chisme. If you're Hispanic, you better be in chisme. Like, that's just what it is. They want gossip, they want chisme, they want to know the negative, people want to just talk shit. Wait, is it?
Are we back? Yeah. So it's like, oh no, we start talking about stuff and they tracked us down.
Right. I start talking about chisme and boom, it's back. It's like, no.
Oh.
Don't talk about good things and conspiracies. Talk about chisme. Talk about gossip. Talk about tea. That's what they want. They want tea.
Iced tea from Texas.
We got to mix it up, huh?
Yeah. It's got to be like a little bit here, a little bit there. Nah, but for real, I was saying, I was telling her how, like, honestly, that is what it is. Like, yeah, our people are working and stuff, but I also feel like, unfortunately, we have been conditioned to like gossip. You watch Univision, you watch Telemundo, you watch all that. It's either novelas, drama, gossip. It's tea, ever since Pati Chapoy to Gordo y la Flaca to any of those type of shows. It's always been gossip. And a lot of people are like, talk about their tias that are the gossipy ass ladies, yet you're growing up to be just like her because you like the exact same shit. You just like it in English or Spanglish or bilingual. But it's like, what about some good shit? Like, are you feeding your brain some good shit, or are you just always like entertained by like the negativity and feed off of that?
That's true.
I don't know. You be so deep in what you do though that I feel like, do you sometimes see like what the young people are doing that's like wrong, or like do you want to wake them the fuck up? Do you ever want to shake them?
I do. That's why I'm on this podcast.
You're like, I'm trying to shake you right now.
Flip table.
Right.
No, for sure. That's why I've been more open to being out there like this and just being like, yo, let's get to it. Let's talk.
Yeah.
Let's do what we're doing right now, and like just not be afraid to just, because you'll see me at a protest, you'll see me with the farm workers, but not a lot of times will you see me in the cultura.
Yeah.
And I'm in the cultura.
Which is the opposite of me. I feel like whenever I've gone to the protest with you or anything, I'm always trying to be in the background, and you're like, come in the front in the picture. I'm like, no.
Yes, people gotta see, because people, we gotta inspire our gente, and it goes back to representation. It goes back to representation, and then the fight. We've been at protests where we're talking about like serious stuff, like heavy stuff, like immigration.
Did I embarrass you?
When
I ended up arguing with that man?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
I felt bad. I felt bad. Like, honestly, like I felt bad.
I don't know him like that. I met him the same day you did.
I just felt I felt like I had seen that dude call me out on TikTok, and I already talked to you, so I already knew I was going. But almost seeing him call me out like that made me not want to go. Like, I was like, ugh, like, don't call me out. And I don't know who Mans is, but I'm just like, I felt the way he talked about me was weird. So then when I show up, and I'm like, I showed up because I was gonna go, like, it's the right thing to fucking do. And then he's on the mic like, where's your favorite artist now? They be on TikTok talking about this and that, but where are they? And literally people just kind of start pointing, and then I was just like, just quiet. And then it got to a point where finally they were like talking. I'm like, I'm right here, bro. Like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh yeah, well, because I don't like when men, that has nothing to do with him, but it's just like, I don't like when men try to. Are you hiding out?
I'm like, do we have to talk about men?
Are you scared? Oh, why? You don't like men?
No, I love men.
You love men, but I'm saying, like, you don't like to talk about men. Why is it gonna be bad?
Because there's so much about, like, women. It's just women are leading the way.
Women are leading the way.
The future is female.
It is, but at the same time, it would be a man like that would get on the mic and say, she's here because I called her out on TikTok. And I'm like, no, don't take credit for what women do. I think there's a lot of women that are leading really good movements, and then here comes a man always trying to be the one that puts his stamp on it, like I'm the one. And it's like, bro, when the cameras got there for the news, who's the first people that was trying to be all up on the camera? The men. But who's the people that's doing the fucking work? The women. So it's like, bro, y'all need to stop making it about your ego. And that's what I'm saying. He was a mansplainer. Exactly. I feel like it just was a problem. But then something takes over me, and then I do what I do, and then after I'm embarrassed, and then I was just like, oh damn, like I probably shouldn't have done that. But it was funny because when I went and saw you guys over there in Delano, some lady was like, I'm glad you did that. I was like, thank you, but it was embarrassing.
Yeah, no, Snow was out there. We were fighting for a pathway to citizenship, which I'm gonna take this quick moment to let them know what we're working on. So right now we have a bill on the table called the registry bill. It's HR 1511 and S2606, and honestly it's the best chance at getting a pathway to citizenship for millions of undocumented people this year.
That's the one that happened in like 89.
So last time this immigration registry was updated, it was in 1986, which was the last time we had immigration reform, which was 38 years ago.
That's when my dad got it, by the way.
A lot of people got it that time.
That's when my dad got it.
And we need to update the registry. That's the whole thing, like hashtag update the registry. Because we need an update, because it's like it's outdated. It's like old. No one can qualify anymore. So we're asking them to update it to like, I think 2017. So if you've been here since 2017, you can like get your papers. You can get a work permit. You can go see family. Can somebody
put the link in the chat, and then let's also put it on the description of this video, and then let's just lead everybody to it, and hopefully, you know, everything she's saying, we'll just write it down on the description, and then we'll just lead everybody to that and try to do some good, you know. They said clip that.
And it's like, you know, being an advocate for immigration reform for so many years, this is honestly the closest I have seen, and I think we need to take it seriously, because if we're gonna fight for our people, like, we really need to fight, because no one's gonna do it for us.
I agree.
And so it's like this legislation, I don't know the next time we're going to have something so clear and so like easy, because we're not asking for a new law. We're asking for them to update an old law. Yeah. So it should be no problem. And we have till November to get it, y'all. So we do have a time frame. And let's so if you guys see us, you know, showing like, yo, show up at this rally, show up at this protest, like if you're ever going to show up for like your undocumented community, and if you're undocumented, if you ever want to show up for yourself, like it's this year.
Let's do it. All right, well, let's one big push, y'all. We got this.
Mi gente. Like, si se puede, y'all. Yeah, so you put your name, your address, your zip, and it's going to show you who's your rep. It's going to give you their number, and you could even click call right then and there. And it even gives you a script, so you could be like, hey, representative, you need to advocate for this bill. We need you on board. Da, da, da.
Perfect. Let's put that there. Let's put
get
that
it, guys.
On my website,
let's get it, guys. If you
YouTube.
want citizenship for your gente, this is the year.
Hell yeah. You know, there's a lot of people that, you know, hate, like out there on the internets, that hate on all this type of stuff. And I think at this point we need to remember that whether it's Biden or it's Trump or it's Republican or it's Democrat or it's whoever it is, we have to fight for our own people on our own. It doesn't really matter who you vote into the presidency. We have to fight for our people ourselves, because they all don't give a fuck. So let's just... Well, go ahead.
No, for sure. And I'm not even going to get too political.
Yeah.
Pero it is important to vote. And I'm not even going to say who, but what.
I think at this point, we're just like, I don't fucking know what to tell you,
Sleepy
man.
Joe.
I know. I will say though, like, if really people want to know, definitely, I know there's a lot. I don't even want to go there. But anyway,
Yeah.
I think I think after this election, I want everybody to start looking into the freedom, like, and peace party, socialist. But anyways, that's another part. That's another story.
Yeah. But for right now, at least what we definitely need to do is, you know, get our voice out, get our voice heard. I think that stuff about like farm workers and everything, that's at least very important, you know, because whether you're vegan or you just like fruits and vegetables or you're just an American or whatever, it's like if you eat, these people are putting food on your table.
Yeah, and like this registry bill, a large population is going to help. I mean, on top of all our gente, like there's millions, if not billions of us, are farm workers. Like there's farm workers that have been working for like 60 years and they're still on the fields, like working. They're like, you know, viejitos. They're like, their back is literally like bent already permanently. And they're still working because they don't have access to retirement. They don't have a social. They can't stop working. Like they work until they pass. And that's like so sad. And these are the same people that we feed. You saw some of them, right? You see that they're older too.
Yeah, no, they're
like,
older.
And like these are the people that we feed. So we're literally feeding those that feed like everybody.
Yeah.
And we're trying to, right? We're trying to grow. So donate to Celebration Nation. Yeah. We're trying to grow. But we also want the real solution, which is a pathway to citizenship.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
But what happens to those companies that are taking advantage of them?
With what part? Oh, you know, right now, actually.
Fuck is they doing?
I'm glad you brought it up because, you know, they're not doing nothing enough. They don't do it. And so this is what boycotting works. We're going to get censored.
we just started and they about to shut this whole thing down. The FBI about to pop through the fucking roof and one's gonna pop through the chimney right now. A CIA agent's gonna come through that chimney and be like, both of y'all to jail right now. Hey, it's true though. Let's keep it a buck. Like, you know, it's all lovely. There's two sides to this. There's obviously helping our people, supporting our people because that's just what we have to fucking do. But unfortunately, we also have to look at the people who are taking advantage of it. And why don't people want to do anything about this? Like, because there's a lot of companies that are making millions and millions and millions of dollars by taking advantage of our people.
Billions.
So hell yeah, billions. Like they don't want to fucking help anybody. So it makes it so easy to just be like, oh, these undocumented immigrants, like, you know, oh, it's their fault. But it's like, dude, okay, so what about all these people that clearly every day take advantage of them, but they don't want to do anything. They just get to blame them. But, you know, whatever. Y'all already know what the deal is.
And you know,
somebody said, are you Indian?
We are indigenous.
I'm
American.
indigenous, but.
Hey, that's right.
I'm brown. But I've been, though, like. With me, I've always said that and that's one thing that my dad did raise me correctly about is my dad was very proud of being indigenous. Like my dad ain't never, he's from Michoacan, so my dad ain't never, he got a super indigenous, you know what I mean? Like he ain't never, what was he gonna say? He's white. I'm like, Dad, we know what we are.
Oh,
but
I mean, me growing up here since I was 3, you know, being called undocumented, I used to label myself an immigrant, and that's why, you know, sometimes I wear that shirt. You seen it? I think. Yeah. I need to give you one where it's like immigrant crossed out, and it's like indigenous, because like I literally grew up being like, oh yeah, I'm an immigrant. We are not the immigrants. We literally are on the same land. They just call us that for a lot of reasons, you know, making us feel like we don't belong here.
Somebody said, what about the president of Mexico? What about it? Well, look, I'm not in Mexico right now, right? So when we're talking about what we need to do in the United States and you deflect by saying, well, what about the president in Mexico? Well, I don't live in Mexico, okay? My mom does. So if you want to have a conversation where I can give you my mom's number and you can fucking have a conversation with my mother and my dad, if you want to talk to them. But I'm talking in the United States about the current state of what's going on here and why I need my people to be represented. That's why I'm talking to you. But deflecting about what's going on in Mexico, what's going on everywhere, what's going on in Japan, what's going on in Central America, what's going on, what do you want to do right now? What are you, a fucking noticiera? Like, U.S., we talking about this. We talking about we need to vote, we need to call, we need to do all this stuff so that people don't get taken advantage of.
Yeah.
And something that is going on in Mexico as well is American companies are going to Mexico and taking advantage of. Another thing that's happening is they're calling people expats for being exactly what people blame people for being immigrants coming to this country and trying to work and do better, except for people from the United States are moving to Mexico because it's cheaper to live there, so they're ruining the economy wherever they're going. Now all of a sudden they're displacing a bunch of people because they're doing exactly what they've done here. But, oh, it's cheaper and I get to work for Google and I work on my little laptop and I'm, you know, get to take advantage of the economy being so poor in these countries. But I'm an expat. I'm not actually an immigrant. I actually end up not really paying any fucking taxes or doing anything constructive at all for the other country.
That part. And they be making the salsa not spicy anymore.
Right. You heard that? I mean,
yeah.
that might be me.
Jeez, man.
I'd be visiting in Mexico. I'd be like, ooh, too spicy.
Then, yeah, there's a lot.
That's me. Tengo agruras.
I'm like, there's lots to unpack here. I'm like, shoot, there's so many different ways this conversation could go. There's just like so much to talk. And I think that's
why I told you we gotta go that way, and then we gotta make it a little fun.
Yeah.
We gotta make it fun. We gotta make it personal. We gotta talk about like different.
I know
things.
something we could say. I could say real quick that I think it's important to talk about, which AI and how it's taking so many people's jobs and how it's taking.
That's even more serious, girl.
It's taking the farm workers' jobs. Who wants their food to be harvested by robots? Not me. But I know,
let's mix it up. I seen that one robot that was like going like. Whoosh, whoosh,
dude,
whoosh.
There's so many, and
I was like, oh my god. That's crazy.
And not just that, like, just really quick before we switch it up a little bit.
Go ahead.
The reason I think I go so hard for this pathway to citizenship this year is because the AI robots are here, and I don't know when they're going to bring them out, but it's like there's an urgency. That's the urgency. Because, like, think about, like, our people are so, tienen mucho orgullo. Like, they're so proud of, like, their workflow. And you have millions of farm workers, and then let's say, like, you replace them all.
Yeah.
Like our people's mental health, it's already like a stigma, all that, right? And so it's like we don't talk about it, but there's already so much that's been happening from the pandemic to just even like inflation prices, not being able to afford food, rent, like and so it's like now being replaced by robots, like feeling replaced does not feel good to anybody.
Yeah.
So and there was even a study, like I think something happened like in Mexico or something where I don't even know if it was Mexico, but like a bunch of technology took over people's jobs, and like dude, like the suicide rates from that company were like crazy, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, because people forget like mental health, hello, like that's why I go so hard, because bro, when are we gonna be like urgent about this issue? Because if they're already bringing in their technology and our gente are like barely having conversations about and the reason farm workers need that pathway is because they need to, through the nonprofit we have an educational program, right? And we can educate them all we want, but for like even if you have a bachelor's, you can't work here legally. And I know that because like my mom right now, she's in Mexico, pero when she was in the U.S., like, she has her bachelor's degree in economics, and she couldn't work here as a professor. And she was the professor in Mexico, Guadalajara, for an all-women's, like, university. And then she came here, and, like, she couldn't, like, use it like, at all. And so it's like, we can give them, like, the highest education, but if they don't have that social, if they don't have that work permit, like, these people are going to be struggling, and now they don't have, and the reason a lot of them, they do farm work is because there's not any other like work to do where you don't get asked for like papers. I mean, maybe there's like some, but not enough to like help millions of people like support their families and survive. So it's like, it's just like, I feel like that's why I go so hard on social media, and like, cause I want people to wake up, and honestly, we need to wake up sooner than later. And being in the Silicon Valley, like San Jose, like you see a lot of the technology advancing, you see like this and that, like. And then that's where I was like, but also, me working with the nonprofit, it's like I see with the farm workers, and I notice that there's like no conversation between them. Yeah. So low key, like I feel like I've been the spokesperson between like, what's going on with AI and farm workers. Yeah. I've even been flown to Washington, D.C. to talk about it to like other people, because it seems like nobody's like connecting the two right now. Or they are, but obviously like. No, I think they're gonna be the last people to fucking find out about it. Like I think those conversations are happening in the music business and all that. But then by the time it gets to the farm workers to understand, it's gonna be too late. So it is very important to start talking about that now. Definitely. But even just as a bro, humans right now, you don't have to listen to a bitch with a hat with a grill on right now. But I'm gonna tell you the truth, humans right now don't even know what AI is about to fucking do, and I don't want to be that like super like robots are coming to take over. This shit's about to get fucked up. This shit's about to get fucked up. They want to make the music. They want to pick the farm, the vegetables. Everything. They want to do everything. And humans are already teetering with our mental health. How high is it right now that everybody's struggling? And now are things that we become, like that we at least have as like a hobby or like the way to express ourselves, or to kind of like, they're going to take all that shit away from us. There could be one random white man with a computer that just makes, all the rap songs that you could ever think. They're colonizing our fucking getting worse, humanity. Man. It's over, man. The world's ending. Oh, no, fuck, it's over. But there's hope. No. But we need to come together and get it. And that's why we need to wake up. No more cheese. I mean, we can do the cheese, right? Well, this is to other influencers. Bitch, the cheese is the AI. That's the cheese. Yeah, like, so I think it's cool to have like chisme, but also I think it's important that our gente, like the influencers that have made it, use their platform, man. Like, this year, at least this year, man, give it this year, and if it don't work, next year you could go back to just full chisme, but like just this year, let's go hard for our people. Let's go hard for our farm workers, our street vendors, our back of house, like restaurant workers, all our workers, not even just undocumented, man. Like these robots are after everybody's job.
Everybody's job. They after my job.
Everybody's job.
I'm here struggling. I'm like, hold on, because there's not a way to copyright your voice yet. So somebody can literally take your voice, make a song with it, and like they were up for a Grammy. Like somebody made an AI song and it was up for an award, and you're just like, as an artist, you're just like, what are we gonna do if there's computers that could just generate millions of songs and we're just sitting here like, what the fuck? We already don't get paid well. I don't know if you know, but streams get paid 0.001 cent. So like artists, it's not like I'm making a living off of my music like only. I have to like piece it all together. TikTok definitely don't make me no damn money. So it's like I have to just kind of do everything at once and then just piece it together in order to make an income. But I by no means am in the worst situation. Everybody their job is gonna be fucking taken, bruh. AI is crazy. ChatGPT be talking to you like she's in a relationship with you. That bitch, I heard her talking to my brother. I was like, is that your girlfriend?
Hey, bro.
Hey.
No, she's just explaining things that is way faster than Google.
My brother and ChatGPT got a real conversation. Like, they know each other. I'm like,
what up, shawty? Tell me about.
Y'all go together? Like, you ever heard her talk? I thought they would be talking like robots.
Oh, you got a talking one?
Yeah,
it talks like a person.
No way.
It talks like it knows you.
Damn.
Like with tones and like that's a person. You can develop a friendship with it. Like I get emotionally attached to a fucking bottle cap. Like literally. Somebody can be like, this bottle cap means a lot to you now. And I'll be like, oh, I'll draw like a face on it. Now it goes with me everywhere. Imagine
like,
talking fucking anything.
Wilson.
That's me. Like I could have a Wilson for sure. I could do got a Wilson.
What the... Nah, but I'm just learning. I'm just learning from that AI. You guys are talking about AI that's
advanced. Well, taking people's
robots,
jobs.
like,
yeah, and then and so
ladies, you're gonna be replaced too. These bitches is out
oh
here.
man, like people,
right? Can you imagine? All the guys are talking to a robot and she says everything they want to hear. And now they're talking to you at the end of the night. They're like, oh babe, blah blah blah, and you're kind of having an attitude, but the robot be like, I love you. You're so great and you're so handsome. And then, you know what I mean? They're like, they're going to start to only want to talk to that shit. They're going to be like, you're always bitching at me. She's very nice.
I feel like it would get boring.
Who knows? You don't know. You never had a fucking AI girlfriend.
And plus,
right?
I mean, there's a whole movie about it.
Right?
Her.
Yeah.
The people that made AI regret it too. They already said like, dude, what did we do?
Like gunpowder or like all that type of shit. That's all you could do now is try to make a fucking award to try to celebrate goodness because you fucked up.
And this isn't to scare y'all, but there is urgency. And I think when it comes to our people, that's what we could do. Like, get them papers. So if these robots do try to take everyone's job, at least they have the right to work.
Yeah.
And just give them the right to work. Just any job they can use. And pero sí, no. I think with AI too, though, we really have control of how much we want to use it. So really, it's up to like, are we all going to be using AI? That's how it's going to grow. So I don't know. That's a whole conversation too. También AI. But that's where the urgency comes from immigration reform, honestly. That's why we're going hard this year, because it's almost like an ethnic cleansing. Because if you have all these millions of people without work, what are they going to do? Where are they going to go? They're probably going to go somewhere else to look for work, or maybe go back to their home country. I mean, imagine just not having any way to get money. And you got bills due, you got rent due. I mean, right now we're at like a housing crisis.
Robbing.
Realistically, I know more people, like, it's at least in my life, that end up going back to Mexico.
Yeah.
My parents went back to Mexico. They're not here. Like, you know, my mom will come back here and there or whatever, but, like, I know a lot of my family just is like, rather be over there. So it's kind of sad, especially for us that got brought here and now we made a life. And now it's like, but our family goes back. So then you're just sitting here like, so what the fuck do I do? Why you bring me here? But, you know.
Yeah, and then also like DACA recipients. I mean, I have DACA too. But I think if Trump wins, I feel like they're gonna take away DACA, and I think that's another urgency. Like now you're talking about the people that were brought here as little kids. You know, as I mentioned, I was brought here when I was 3 years old. So like this is what I know, right? imagine, us being told like, well, you can't work here either, and then you're like, well, I don't know anybody, or like, you know, people that don't know anything about like where they're from, like, and then because there's been like a couple people that have been deported, and then so they go, and then they're just like, I have no idea what I'm doing here because they were born here.
Yeah, I went to a college in Mexico, and we were talking about that because it was like a group of people that they have this like kind of support group because they all were deported from the U.S. but they just speak English, so they all just kind of meet up, you know what I mean, and they support each other. They try to assimilate, like try to figure out how they're gonna live now in Mexico as people who, you know, only knew how to be American, you know. And they all speak English. Like I went there and I'm like, they speak perfect English. They're just talking and they're just like, they feel out of place, and they're obviously proud to be Mexican. They're not ashamed of anything, but at the same time they're like, all we knew was the United States and now we're here. And I was like, damn, you know what I mean? That's the other side of it. They feel so American and Mexican, and they're just like, the fuck, you know what I mean? And I'm like, that's crazy. They made me cry. I remember we were on a panel and we were talking about stuff, and it was just so sad because I'm just like, I can't even imagine, like, you just want to go back to what you knew, and obviously, you know, there's something to be said for redirection, but damn, you know, like, I don't know.
Yeah, and then like we have a lot of undocumented youth right now that can't even qualify for DACA because there's no you can't apply as a new applicant. And like, dude, I think about them because they're literally, imagine the stress of, you know, you were brought here, and you see your parents struggling, and then it's almost like the pressure's on you to like go to school, get a job, basically save your family, and then you don't have the right to work. Yeah, bruh, it breaks my heart. Like, because I remember before DACA, I was like doing the undocumented youth. I wasn't an undocumented youth, and I remember I was like, dude, how am I gonna do anything? I need money. Like, and then now, thankfully, like, shoot, like, I don't want to get y'all like in the fields too much. Pero yeah, man, I honestly, like, I go hard for them too, porque they deserve opportunity. They were just babies when they were brought here. Yeah, and so that's why we need to go hard, and we can do it. Si se puede, like, si se puede. And I want y'all, I'm gonna say it, si se puede, like, si se puede. Can I hear from you, Snow?
I'm dead. Yeah.
Se puede, no se puede.
Sí, se puede.
No, for real, we can, because honestly, like, I've helped pass legislation before. Like, I know what it takes, and so like there's a lot. This can be done. Like, this right there, it's right there. Like, we can get it, but everybody needs to do their part. So if you think that your voice doesn't matter, or you think like, oh, what do I need to call my rep for? Oh, why go to that rally? Like, it matters. Like, it matters because if you're willing to show out and go out there and like let go to that fear and like show up, you're showing up for millions of people that need citizenship.
Somebody said post for the camera so we can hit 1,000 on the thing. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all something, all right? To the people that are saying, oh, you're not drinking or whatever, okay, yeah, Flor right now can't drink. If y'all hit this, because we're doing this for a good cause, so I want y'all, that shit needs to hit 1,000. All the people that are on the chat right now, we need to make sure that this episode, don't just come here for the cheese man, the drinking, and the fucking shit. But if this shit hits 1K, I'll take a shot. Ooh. And you're going to hear me talk some political shit while I'm drunk. I'll with a mustache on. No, I'm just joking. All right, ready? Let's take a picture. All right, everybody screenshot this and post it. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Pose for the camera. Pose for the camera. Pose for the camera. Pose for the camera.
Now post that shit. All right. So shit. Post that shit. We'll repost it. We're gonna get this shit to 1K. When this shit hits 1K, I'm gonna take a shot because I know that's what y'all want to see. Y'all want to see me wild out. Oh. And there you go. I already spilled it. I already spilled my water. Sorry. Good. It's because my water's like, no, that's the thing. There ain't no cut. It's live.
I know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It's about to be crazy.
Crazy.
Are you OCD?
Who, me? No. I'm fine with some water on the table.
You're like, fuck it. You're like, if you're a mess, you're a mess. If you like it, I love it.
Shit. Oh, and then I saw someone ask, like, what I do and who I am. So I'll run it down real quick. So, actually, yeah. So, I'm Flor Martinez again, Zaragoza. And so I would say, like, I'm an activist. I founded also a nonprofit. And the reason I founded the nonprofit is because I've been an activist for, like, 12 years. Actually longer, like 16 years. And when you're an activist and you want change for your people so hard and you see you're not getting it and you're getting like, like desesperada, like, dude, like, I see my people struggling.
Yeah.
You know, like, you're like, okay, I need help now. They need food now. They need clothing now. They need healthcare now. They need education now. And so it's like, you know, working on like policy change and legislation, but also like food, water, you know, even like for our farm workers, you know, you got them boots and hats. Like, dude, they're out there like in the rain, in the heat. So it's like
in floods.
They need things now. And the reason I went viral was because I was talking about like when the fires were going on in 2020. Remember when that was going on? When the farm workers were still working during the pandemic, and nobody even like said thanks. I mean, people did though. That's how I went viral, because I was out there being like, hey, we need to think about the farm workers. Like, they're out there working even when people are on their Zoom, working from home. Farm workers can't do that. You still need food on your table. You need food at your grocery stores. What are we doing? Like, what's going on? Why aren't they getting like protective gear? Like, and I was simply saying like they need like smoke masks.
Yeah.
I was saying, yo, can we get a fundraiser going for some smoke masks?
crazy.
Like, oh, and by the way, like, I tried to get that reimbursed, like the money we put into that, because we ended up putting like, like $100,000 after we raised, like, because we raised like $650,000 in like a week. And we put that money, and I was like, well, okay, government, we did your job. Like, I need that money back to put it into like other things, like educational programs or like our food, like things like that. And they were like, well, nobody asked you to do it.
Our narcissist ass government.
I was like, ooh, you're gaslighting me. But anyways, obviously that was in the first year of the nonprofit. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to keep learning more.
Which is crazy because the government, like all these PPP loans and Lamborghinis motherfuckers bought and all the shit that the government gives money away every time that the stock people lose money over their own fucking greed, and then the government gives it back to them, or they supplement any sort of losses by a bunch of billionaires making mistakes. That's fine. But helping our essential workers get essential shit when they really need it is like, well, no one asked you to do it. You,
yeah, you should have, man. I was like,
you know, give me a shot.
Wait, right?
We had 800. No. We need 200.
200
people from TikTok. First of all, guys, y'all, I'm telling you, it's because they like cheese, man. If I was sitting here acting a fucking ass, y'all gonna be sharing and doing all that. But we talking some good shit. Y miren cómo están. Miren. Okay, quieren que me pongas a la chingada. Okay, cool. 100 shares, 250,000 likes on that, and fucking 1,000 people on that shit. And we're gonna see. We're gonna see if this is really what you want. Getting faded for a good cause. I was saying that what if I did a 24-hour stream of me just dancing for a good fucking cause? That'd be crazy. I don't stop dancing.
For anything.
Ya llegó. Ya llegó.
Not
Sergio el bailador.
12.
Gotta wear a diaper and all.
A diaper?
You can't leave the live. Nah,
oh,
just kidding.
damn.
Nah, just kidding.
Okay, I guess I don't. What if I don't eat?
After 24 hours, you could do it.
Right?
Yeah.
Fasting
is good.
Yeah. Okay. I could do that. If I don't eat for 24 hours, wait, then that would mean that I wouldn't eat the day before.
Get a headache.
You do, but then it goes away. I've heard from a lot of hunger strikers.
But then, wait, for me to not poop the day of, that means...
Pepto-Bismol.
That means I would need to not eat the day before.
Yeah. That's 2 days.
Because I poop on the dot every day between 9 and 11 a.m.
You can't eat the day before.
Okay. So no eating. By the way, if your volume's too low, you want to turn it down?
Oh, I mean, can y'all hear me? Check.
No, I'm just asking you because if I'm yelling or
It's
something.
like your headphone volume.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
no.
está acabando la voz.
It's good. And you know, I'm going to say real quick, just because only because I mentioned that fasting is good. Man, y'all we need to hold people accountable for what they're spraying on our food.
Oh.
Just to, you know, talk a little bit more about farm workers. Like the
Yeah, tell us.
pesticides they be spraying, like, are not good at all. Like,
What do you eat?
I try to eat, I shop from farmers markets.
Okay.
Like either Saturday or Sunday, I make the time. I'm like, no excuses. I need to eat this week. So I need to go to the farmer's market because I do not trust corporations. Like, I do not trust any grocery stores. Like, like only because I'm on the fields. Like, I go to the fields like every weekend, like, and I talk to the farm workers, and I also talk to the sick farm workers, you know, like, and a lot of the times, like, they get cancers and like different like illnesses because of the pesticides.
Oh
and you know, you're talking about the thing, like the same pesticides get on them, yes, and they take it home and then they wash their clothing with their kids' clothing, and
oh
like,
my God.
they bring their shoes in and it gets on the carpet with the dirt, and like the kids get sick. That's why childhood cancer and this and that. But not just that, all this bad stuff, it's sprayed on our food too, and we eat it. And so it's like, you need to and there's a way we could change that. We need to support small local farmers.
Yeah.
Small local farmers, because we know at least our food's like local. We know where it's coming from, and we gotta eat seasonal. Like if tomatoes aren't in season, like just don't eat them. Like just like there's ways to do it. And that's what I talk about
like
on my
us
platform.
when our trees.
If you guys follow me, you'll see
When our
me
trees
talking
had
about
mandarinas, bro, we was mandarina out. We was eating. If it's orange season,
that's the fruit we eating this month.
Yeah, like that's what we're eating today. We made a michelada with mad limones from the tree. Hey, that's what time it is, michelada time.
Yeah, shoot. No, for real. So
what about the farmers workers or the farmer markets workers, the vendors that buy from the actual stores?
What
do
the
you
fuck?
Kind of inception
Vendors
just
that
happened.
sell at
Which is
farmers
happening?
markets.
Farmerception.
Oh, so he's asking like farmers market. How do you know what's going on?
Yeah, cause I mean it hasn't happened to me. I've probably only been to like 2 farmer markets, but it was expensive. And I saw an episode.
that's the thing, man. They be like it's all, like I said, the system is made exactly to like hurt our people. Like our gente can't afford like the healthy food.
Yeah.
And like there came a point where like all these companies started taking over all these farms. Right now, Bill Gates owns the most farmland in the country, and maybe
crazy.
even in the world, maybe.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
you got a science guy owning and that's where like you start putting the dots together, like AI, the robot's coming in. Oh, he's owning all the land. He's gonna supply all the food, and then he's also coming up with he's co-signing all this fake, like the fake chicken,
Oh yeah.
The rice.
I saw the fake meat.
the fake like.
That's crazy.
And his name's on there, like he co-signs all that. So it's like he's trying to like own the food system, and it's like we don't even need
It's
to
like,
be
give
doing
it
that.
up, dude.
We could
Like,
be doing
what?
that in our own community, like get some chickens like Snow, grow some tomatoes,
Be your
grow
own
some
farmer.
lettuce,
E-I-E-I-O.
and then and obviously not everybody's gonna have, I guess, like the room or the land to do it. That's where you go to your community. Hey, you got the chickens over there. Well, I got the oregano over here.
fucking barter system.
I got
Make
the
a
olive
barter
trees over here. I'll
system.
make some olive oil. Okay,
No.
cool. I got the flour over here. I'll make some tortillas.
And that's the problem,
So
bro.
they do
'cause
it in some countries.
nowadays people are so like, you always see the memes, right? Like, I don't trust anybody, it's just me, I'm a lone wolf, like all that. It's like, bro, we were made to be in communities, like especially us, like in more indigenous people, like we want, like our community is what means the world to us. Me, if I didn't have the ranch and my people and my brother and my cousin and my friends and my kid and my tia and like the way that I live like this, I would be sad. This is what I need. Like, yes, I can have a high rise in fucking somewhere and just live my baller life, but it's like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Just look at the skyline every day and cry because I wish I had like my community.
family.
Like, we're supposed to have that. We're supposed to find our people. And to me, like, I just don't get why people don't see that type of mindset as like, this is what we're supposed to fucking do. Grow your fruit, have some chickens, have some eggs. Help each other out. You know what I mean? My cousin has certain skills. My brother has certain skills. I have certain skills. We all put it together and we live a good life. People want this fucking autonomy so bad.
People trying to do everything on their own.
And it's like, for what, to be honest? Like, that sucks.
We need each other. And more than ever now.
Lean on me.
Oh, we need each other more than ever now. Like, so, say hi to your neighbor, or, it's just.
Shouts out Alan.
No, for real though. Say hi to your neighbor, because when I went to Mexico, I went on advanced parole. By the way, if you have DACA, you could go on advanced parole. So when you come back, you can probably fix your papers easier when it's time to fix your papers. But when I went, dude, everybody was saying hi to me.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, "Hola, cómo estás? Hola." And then I
Buenas
came back here,
tardes,
and then like
buenas noches.
I'll be like, and then like some people just be looking away. I'm like, oh shoot, like what a culture. Like this is just so different. Like it's, and then it just feels good when people say hi to you on the street, and they don't do that here.
When the golf cart, when my aunts went on their road trip and the golf cart ended up breaking, the neighbor helped us where it broke, and then he was like, "Oh, you guys are so cool. You're the first neighbors that we speak to, and we've been here for 10 years.
Oh my God.
And we live like super like close to a mile away."
Yeah.
And then he was like, "We don't speak to nobody because nobody's like friendly."
Aww.
I was like, "Well, we're here whenever you want.
Aww.
Thank you
know.
for bringing us home."
Aww.
But yeah, it made me feel like people don't really speak.
So
They're
disconnected.
just rude about.
Yeah. It's sad.
And then all this like metaverse technology too, like, or just the virtual reality, and just being like more
Yeah.
like away from people.
Yeah. Everybody's trying to be in their own
Zoom.
little bubble. Yeah, exactly. Zoom or online gaming, but you're in your house, they're in their house. Like, social media, TikTok. Everybody's just
media.
growing in their own little bubble.
Like,
And it's crazy because don't you need friends? You don't feel like having friends?
And honestly, that's why we were doing events, and we still do. They're just
Hugging
different
people.
type of events now, because
Right.
people need that. Like, honestly, happiness comes from, I think they said,
Within.
Yeah, and but you know, happiness also comes from like being social.
Yeah.
Like people, like being with people. Like that's it's a scientific fact. Like there's happiness that comes from like or fulfilling that happiness when you're around people.
Yeah.
Like you need it. Like
Have you guys seen
like
the
you
show
need
Alone?
it. Your body needs it. No.
Like they break.
Yayo's a contrarian.
No, they break because they're like, I could continue to live this type of lifestyle alone, but I need people. Like I need people to live. I miss my wife. I miss my kids. Because the show is like 100 days alone, like in the middle of nowhere, and then you get a prize, some cash. And some people quit because they're alone.
Oh.
They're like, I could build a fire, I could eat, I could maintain myself, but I miss people.
Yeah. And then imagine you go on a show like that, you do the 100 days or whatever, and then like you die next year, and you're like, damn, 100 of those days I really could have been with my friends and family.
Yeah.
And I was greedy looking for
like
some
3.5
money.
months.
Jesus, that would suck.
I applied and they never called me.
I'm fucking this.
I sent them an email with my picture and everything.
This guy.
I was like, I know how to start
He's
a
like,
fire,
yeah, it
I
sucks.
could eat.
But I was applying. But I applied though. They didn't.
Oh my God. Yayo, why were you trying to go be alone? I'm talking about how
Oh,
happy I am that my friends and family, and Yayo's like, I was trying to go be alone.
No, I mean, I was just trying to.
He's like, $1 million. I would have done it for $1,000.
He's like, shit. I'm dead. Most of the time they quit because of loneliness. Yeah, man. I lived in Texas for almost 8 years. I haven't made any friends. Oh my God.
Where the Texas people out? Tap in.
Right.
Are you from San Antonio? Because there's a lot of fans there.
Yayo's literally wearing
Cali.
a San Antonio hat right now.
Oh, yeah. Huh?
Aw. Hey, and there's so many of us. Like, our gente's out there. But also, like, I think, I don't know, we be hiding sometimes. I
Yeah,
don't
shout
know.
out AJ.
Right. Shouts out AJ. Shouts out 210. I know, right, Yayo? Bruh. All right, y'all didn't take me fucking serious. I said 100 shares on this. We had 75, and we still at 808. Imagine if I take the shot beforehand. You guys are gonna be like, "You're actually just an alcoholic."
Aw.
I'm not. It's Sunday. It's Sunday fun day.
Where do you... Oh, and then, so I do want to mention this. So also when... So, yeah, so I was talking about how, like, you know, when the pandemic, I went viral, all that. So the reason I was able to start the nonprofit so fast was because of all, like, the skills I got from having that event company. Like, people management, like, having multiple events at once, this and that. And so I just had to pretty kind of just, like, switch it up. But that's how I was able to... In case people were wondering, how did she do it so fast? Like, it was literally years of experience. I feel like it was, honestly, it was, like, part of the journey. Like, we all have a journey. Like, I feel like we all have a purpose.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just have to follow, like, the signs. Or just go with the flow. And just have faith. Like, I know we're talking about a lot of scary stuff, but we're going to be all right, guys.
Yeah.
You're going to be all right. And it's okay to be sad right now. There's a lot going on in the world. I know there's, like, a lot of, like, people going through it. Because it's, like, a lot of emotions to feel. Like, you hearing all this and that, like, just... And we haven't even covered all the things happening in the world, right? But just want to let them know, like, we're here. We love y'all. And you're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Just
So,
like
like,
our
on a
song says,
regular...
La vida.
Like, on a regular day, like, what'd you be doing? Like, if you're not doing something for nonprofit, like, what'd you be doing? You'd be, like, eating cupcakes or something?
I would be dancing. The
You like
reason
to
I also
dance?
had I'm a hip-hop dancer.
Oh, okay. Nice. Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. No, but
Okay.
the reason I started, doing the, like, hip-hop events was because I just love the music. I was a competitive hip-hop dancer for a while.
You
And
break
then-
dance?
Didn't you see me get down right now? No, I'm just
Oh.
kidding.
Yeah, is that
Nah,
even a
I'm
fucking
kidding.
question? Like, don't fucking offend me.
Nah. I did more, like, you know, like, choreography, like, in groups
Okay.
where we would be, like, competitive against other groups. And we would have our break dancers in the group, but I was just kind of, I don't know, one of the dancers.
Would you tutted? You crump? You
I was always also, like, in Oakland with, like, turfing.
turfing? Okay,
Hey,
bet.
like, you know, like, I was
Right.
with the group. I was just out there, and then, like, even in high school, I was like president of the hip hop club and, like, doing all that. And so then from that, I was doing events because I needed to dance. Like, we are dancers. Like, I feel like our gente, we're naturally dancers. Like, when they stripped us of, like, a lot of our, like, culture of being, like, indigenous, native, like, you know, there was a lot of dancing in that, and they would literally, like, punish people for dancing, and just, like, and a lot of us are disconnected, so we don't even know, like, oh, you know, when they say, like, oh, you say you're native, well, what tribe? And it's like, well, there's people that are detribalized, like, because of colonization, and we lost so many traditions, but that's where you can get reconnected. And me personally, I try to get reconnected through the food. Like, there's a lot of truth in the food that we eat, and then just being, like, with the earth and, like, the farm workers.
Yeah. What's your favorite fruit?
My favorite fruit.
Me interviewing somebody who does nonprofit. So what's your favorite fruit?
I know.
Do you eat cupcakes on like a regular day?
Oh, but
I'm just saying, will you eat fruit? What's your favorite fruit?
Shoot.
Chile peruano.
Stay away.
I like mangoes and watermelons.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I also like guanabana. You guys gotta try guanabana.
Yeah.
It's
I've tried
actually
guanabana.
it's you know what people say like
Like
don't
guayaba.
quote me, but people have said and there's like proof that it helps cure cancer, and you won't even find that fruit in the U.S.
Oh shit.
There's like a ton of it in like other countries.
Oh,
This?
that one.
Yeah,
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang, what part do you eat?
the inside.
Oh, wow.
I think they've been blended, no?
What
Yeah,
part do you eat? You don't skip chingados that you
You eat the
Eat the
seeds and the
spikes.
spikes. You throw away the white
spiky
fruit.
I seen
You
like
could
a lot
also get
of,
the leaves. I brought some from Mexico. You could boil the leaves and you could drink it
Isn't
as
it
a
like
tea.
an Asian fruit?
But I think the best part is like eating it, and you can't buy it. You can't find it in the grocery stores out here. You have to like get it from the black market or the people that sell the exotic fruits
Chill
online.
out, black market.
No, I'm just kidding. The people that sell the exotic fruits online, you could buy it there.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the website?
I have no idea.
So how you buy it?
I don't. I
You
just,
about to
every
expose
time I
her?
go to Mexico though, I be
So
eating
how many
it
times
like,
a week you be on the black market, huh?
no.
Oh shit. I'm just kidding. All right, I'm joking.
Um,
We're joking.
I'm undocumented.
Yeah, that can be the answer for everything. Hold on. Like, where you about getting your guanabana from? Put us on.
No, I say that because low-key, I had to always like.
What?
You know.
Jello said I have 5 guanabana trees.
Hey.
It's called sour
Pull
sop
up.
in English.
Mm-hmm. Sour salt.
Ship us some
Sour
Jello.
It's fire. It
Ship
tastes
us some
like-
guanabana.
It's like banana and watermelon and mango mixed
Oh goddamn!
with like some kiwi.
It's AI. It's an AI. fruit.
No, it's actually
So where's
No,
it come from?
it's like
Oh, where does it
it comes from
originate?
like tropical areas. I think it needs a lot of sun and a lot of water. I know it's in Mexico. I've heard it's in Colombia, in DR.
Yeah.
It's like
Caribbean.
literally in like in areas where we still have like our indigenous heritage here. Like
It's probably also the weather though, because
Oh.
if it's DR, if it's Florida, if it's
not Florida,
Colombia.
Colombia,
Moisture.
Mexico.
no, because Jello's in Florida.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I could see it being in Florida.
Yeah, if it's probably like more tropical places.
Yeah.
Man.
It is.
Mhm.
And you know what I mean, so the thing too, since we're talking about like that, big ag, which is like the people that hire the farm workers who you were talking like about earlier, like who's being held accountable, they're like besties with big pharma. So it's like they purposely get you sick through the food, so like you make money, they make money through the big pharma. They're literally like besties.
I'm dead. They be
They're like
kicking it
this.
on Fridays. They're
Yeah.
Like, so how we getting sick?
How are we
People
gonna how
sick?
many yes
Fucking assholes.
for real. And that's why they don't want these type of fruits here.
Nah.
Because
We
they could
about to
easily
grow.
import them. I mean, you just saw on the news where Mexico's the biggest importer for the U.S. now. It passed China. So
Avocados
we get
from
a lot of our
Mexico.
stuff from Mexico now. So I'm like, okay, well, what about the guanabana? Since we were to get everything else from Mexico.
They import illegal
They got their
substance. They
agendas.
could import that.
It's all connected, y'all. Pay attention. It's all connected.
Dang,
They
it's
sell the
illegal?
canned drink of sour sop.
It's
It's not
illegal?
the same.
Well, I mean, one of the top Google things is why is sour sop illegal?
Mm-hmm. It might be. I wouldn't doubt it. If it cures something that big, that makes so much money, imagine. Why wouldn't they?
We gonna find it.
Because they want to tax it.
Yeah, it makes
Ooh,
more
and if anyone
planet.
does have it, send it to me. And when next week we jump on a comp podcast and we try it here.
Right. Can we grow it if we have a greenhouse?
I'm sure I could find it. by
Let's make a
next week.
greenhouse and let's grow it.
Yeah, it's like a whole ass tree.
Yeah.
A few years.
I mean, if it's indoor, we could control the climate. So
That's true. I know.
No.
Put a greenhouse on a tree. Anything's possible.
Fuck it. Why not? Yayo loves a challenge.
yeah,
I walk out, he's got a huge tower. I'm like, what the fuck? The government comes in here, they're like, what the fuck is in that? We're like, the guanabana tree. My big mouth. They come in while I'm drunk. I just
You
I
want some?
snitch on myself.
that is guava
I like
tree.
check this shit out. Don't tell nobody, but I can give you a guanabana right now.
You will be cured.
They're like, we're literally arresting you.
You're already in the cop car.
Bro, right now.
Let me go and I'll give you one.
Let me go. I'll give you a guanabana. They're actually illegal. You can't even eat them. You got to get them on the black market.
Crazy.
They're like, bitch.
We got to pay attention to our food, man. And I think that's how us as like indigenous people, like we have to fight for that because we care about the food and the planet and the water and the air. And they're really messing with all of it right now. And so it's like Also, citizenship gives us millions, if not billions, of people the right to vote. So remember, we're talking about using your voice. Imagine not having the votes of all these millions of people.
They said I'm about to come up missing talking about this stuff.
No.
Knock on wood.
Fine.
No.
Should we switch the subject?
We good.
Okay.
You're right. We got to talk about this.
So what have you heard of the cloud seeding?
I have. I actually posted about it
Let me see.
last week.
I want to hear some.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Well, shoot. It's crazy that I barely heard about it like a week ago. And
About a what?
a week ago. And so like the girl that brought it up, dude, is crazy. The reason I heard about it, because this girl was going off at like a city council meeting in Riverside. And the reason she brought it up is because people's houses were getting flooded, and she was basically pointing out like, well, you guys are like cloud seeding, like you guys know that these people don't have insurance, and so she was mad at that, right? But then we were all like cloud seeding, you know, like we were still like, wait, hold up, you know, like, and that's how like I posted it a week ago, and it got like over 100,000 likes. So people I know were like waking up the way like I was like, what the heck? And then in the comments, people were like, yeah, it's been going on for years. And we're all like, there was literally in the beginning of the comments when I first posted it, there was like conspiracy, this is, and then people started throwing facts in the comments, and before you know it was just people throwing facts all day.
I mean, they're trying to make a change of something, but they're gonna fuck some shit up. So should we look up cloud seeding? But I could talk a little bit about from what I heard. So basically they like inject the clouds already with some type of, go ahead. I'm not I don't know. I'm literally like, I know more about like pesticides. Putting more water in
generative AI experiment. I don't know if y'all want to read this.
Oh my god, those. Look, so you can see a little picture actually. I haven't seen like a picture of it like that. But basically they put chemicals into the clouds that makes it like storms and stuff. And that's why we're like, it's probably raining outside.
Which if you think about it, like let's say that you don't want us to be like a super conspiracy theorist, right? Let's say they mean well. Let's say the government's like, yo, some of these places are dry as fuck. What the hell's going to happen? There's all these fires. Let's try to find a way for it to rain more. So they might have thought it was going to be good. But there always ends up being a negative impact. You know what I mean?
You can't control the weather.
Yeah, it's like when they invented the fucking microwave.
They can't play God.
They thought it was going to be a quicker way to cook your food. They didn't realize they were going to make a fucking terrible way and people were going to get sick from it. So it's just like this cloud seeding and shit. It's like they probably thought, hey, we're going to feed the clouds a little something. They're going to rain. Woohoo. Everybody's going to be happy.
Shake.
Next thing you know, it has a bunch of negative impacts. But per usual, the government if the negative impacts are only affecting poor people, they don't give a fuck. You know? Or like people who don't got the right shit. And then next thing you know, it's not going to be until everybody's fucking houses on hills starts fucking sliding off that then they're going to start doing something about it.
And you know what? It's only going to keep getting hotter. And, and then the reason also that I'm going to mention this, because I think it's important, might as well. It's going to keep getting hotter. And so actually there was I don't even want to say the entity, but it's a big entity. And they were giving out grants, and they were like, hey, we need somebody to educate the farm workers with like basic math, language, because they're going to need new jobs. And this is just, why the urgency is like with the AI and stuff and how I put the pieces together. Because they were offering grants like up to $1 million to nonprofits. But we didn't apply because they were like, they wanted all the info of all the farm workers and where they started working after and everything. And we're like, dude, we don't play that. And so basically they were like, technology is pretty much taking over because global warming is going to be too much and we don't want these people to get hurt. They suddenly all of a sudden care. No, you're trying to replace farm workers, and honestly, not even just that. There's just so much going on, and like, I think if we pay more attention to the farm workers, we're gonna learn a lot, and that's what I've been realizing, and that's where a lot of like everything that I've said kind of is like, when you focus on them and the food, and you start noticing like this guy, and also because they're the ones in the front lines like of it all, right? So I get it. Yeah, they're trying to be like, oh, okay, and then their words right there. I'll tell you who the grant was. It was EDD, like unemployment. So they know that these people are going to be out of work. And so they need people to educate them, right? And so they were like, hey, here's this money so you can educate them because they're not going to have work. And then their excuse was advancing technology and the climate changes. So they're expecting it to only get hotter every year. And so actually when I was driving here around LA, I was noticing like a lot of greenery, and which is cool, right? The weather brings more green. But what about if you don't keep it up and it starts drying out? Like what's going on in Texas? They're having the biggest fire in the U.S. and in their history right now as we speak. Texas is having the biggest fire in the history of Texas. And I'm just like, bruh.
I was shocked by that, to be honest, because I expected in California, but when I seen it in Texas, I was like, damn.
Where was it where there was a lot of fires but the houses that were colored blue weren't getting lit?
Hawaii.
No, it was somewhere else.
It was Hawaii
It was
too.
Hawaii.
Oh, another one?
Yeah.
Maybe somewhere else, but Hawaii definitely.
People
Isn't that where Oprah had her fucking house? Yo, people are waking up about Oprah, huh? Crazy. Oprah? They
What's she
coming for
doing?
you.
I know. Now you're name dropping. Maybe that's where we need to be careful.
Oh, shit. I'm just saying. You know, Oprah's. That's why I seen that one TikTok. I reposted that shit silently. Don't come for me. But silently. But now.
She's like everything we've mentioned so far. She's like, don't come in for
Is she
this.
a Bill Gates
But kind of loud now. But
vibes?
no, she's just been friends with that dude with the island. You feel me? And she's given a platform to a lot of very crappy
The Island
people.
Boys?
Not the Island Boys. Oh my God.
Bro.
You said the dude with the island.
Epstein.
Island boy.
You know what I mean? Just a lot of crazy stuff. Allegedly.
They said they didn't hear you. It's freezing. Not again. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Oprah.
Nah, for real. Maybe we should name drop. That's the thing where we need to draw the line.
We're gonna have to walk around with our straps for the next couple days. Fucking
Don't mention snow and
everybody.
straps in the same sentence. Just kidding.
Yo,
Only
she
because
comes
you
out-
laughed.
I look.
started
We could have
laughing.
ignored it. We could.
So I was starting to figure out why you were laughing.
Silly. I was being silly. To the guy, first of all, when we were talking about that stuff, some guy was like, "You guys are so wrong," but his picture was clouds. So I'm like, this guy really takes clouds seriously. I was like, who is that guy? Right? He's like, I am a cloud. Actually, my name's Claudia, so I beat you.
Oh.
There's no fucking way you can out cloud me. I'm Claudia.
Cheers.
Period.
Yeah, it was Hawaii that
It
they
was
said
Hawaii.
Oh, it was
Blue,
Brazil.
blue objects in
Brazil.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Look.
You just be making shit up.
Brazil.
Bruh,
When was there a fire
What?
there?
Hey, I want to say this real quick too. Yesterday,
Brazil fire.
yes. I overheard like a little girl talking about like, she was like, "Oh, dude, my friend said that her grandpa started the fires in Hawaii." I was like, "Bruh, kids be listening sometimes, you know."
What
And
the
then I was
hell?
like, "What the heck?" And then like the kid doesn't just say that. Like that's a
Yeah.
random ass thing to say. But anyways, we all know how those fires started.
Damn, who's the kid's grandpa?
Coco.
No, the kid was saying that their friend at school said that their grandpa.
I know, but I'm
did
saying,
it.
who's her
exactly?
grandpa?
I don't know. There's some private school or something.
Crazy.
Oh yeah. Not Brazil. I apologize. Chile.
Chile. It happened with there too.
Yeah.
Is there?
And
You want
the
to pull up?
blue houses were not getting fired. Like,
What?
yeah. So
Bruh.
so people were painting the Tejawanes blue.
Is fire scared of blue?
The
Yeah,
laser.
can
The
probably
I think the laser thing, the
crippin'.
fire, that specific type of
The
fire.
bloods.
Does
Kids
that
are
mean you have to
recording
paint your
machines.
house blue? Maybe. Shit.
We're about to be cripping over here. Shit.
Which Crip Matt?
I think it's like a baby blue.
Oh,
It's like a turquoise blue.
we about to be gender revealing over here. House look like a gender
For all the
reveal.
neighbors know. You paint your chickens blue.
Wait, but
save
is it a fire retardant or is it just dead ass houses are blue? It's not catching on fire.
They're saying they're lasers, but
Mm-hmm.
They're lit. How? What? How?
Someone said a blue laser.
Blue won't burn. Look up laser versus blue.
not Sleepy Joe.
I don't know.
What?
Gotta find a better TikTok.
Oh, so China's making their roofs blue now? I mean, that's smart. It's the least one could do to protect themselves, I guess. But then again, that's like our community who's got money to pay someone to change their roof blue and all that.
I mean, they are the painters. They can just.
Oh, see, this is when it comes back to community, man. We have more power than we think.
Oh no, yeah. I was just saying that how like it's crazy because like everywhere I go, I end up meeting somebody who got me on the plug next time, and it's always like, you know, it's like a Mexican person who's a fan, or like you know, a lesbian that's like, hey bro, I got you, and they always like they're either the chef or they work over here, or they work over there, and they're like, bro, I got you on, you know, or like there's been times when like I'm on a music video and I get along with like, you know, like the grip or like somebody who's just like in the lower, you know, position of like something. And then next thing I know, they end up knowing someone who knows someone, and then they fucking hook me up with something. I'm like, yo, raza, between us, like if we just be cool, you always like meet people who know somebody, you know, and it's pretty cool. Like just be nice to everyone at all levels, because you never know what the fuck, and like you be vibing. Yeah. They be like, you know, my nephew, he does videos, and then all of a sudden like you look at his nephew and you're like, he just did Anuel's last video, like what the fuck? It's like, that's your nephew? And they be like, yeah,
and at the end of the day, even if it does burn down our gente, we know how to build this shit back up.
Oh, with the blue houses? Well, I'm gonna paint my house blue. Oh, it's not gonna look as cool. I know, I just got it painted white. Damn.
Oh, I knew something was different. I was gonna mention it, but I was like, maybe it was just too dark. That it was white now, the house.
No, it's always been.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it just was dirty white. You probably thought it was brown. You're like, I came here and it looked dirty. Now it's kind of white. Hey man, it's an old house from 1930.
But yeah,
me and this pinky dude, still, like I told you, it just randomly will just hurt. I'm falling apart one pinky at a time.
No, maybe you heard it before and it's
like randomly, like I'll just be chilling and then randomly punza.
Yeah, that happens
like,
to me too.
Like what, like arthritis or what the fuck is that, bro?
Yeah, I think because of, well, for me, I think holding the squeegee, and so all these four, like when I'm asleep too, like they just fucking go numb.
Yeah, my pinky be. Yeah, random. It's because I'm fancy. Pinky up.
Also, yeah, I just want to remind people that you can be cool and you can care about these things. You know, we out here, so.
And not too serious. Like, because sometimes people are like, oh, I don't want to do that because then it's going to be all serious and whatever. And it's like, no, you can still be silly and funny and personable and whatever. Have fun, but still do the right thing. Like, why not? You could do all of it. Look at me. I'm fucking hilarious, charming. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, you could do the right thing. Tell us something funny about you.
I did want to actually, if you pull up, I want to pull up like a events video so they could see that like you can be cool and fun.
I'm dead.
But you could also like get shit done.
Oh, what?
Put up. You can look up. I kind of want to go over there and type it in for you. Or you can just look up events on YouTube, and then look up maybe the blue face one. Because our youth are gonna save this planet, and I think we need to access our youth ASAP, and they need to know that you can do both, because you can do both. You can enjoy rap music, you can enjoy reggaeton, corridos, you can love having some tequila or smoking a joint. You can love going out to the club, either type of clubs. And you could still literally like show up for your gente. You could still get political when it's time to get political. You could still talk about important things that matter, that are impacting your community. Because who else is gonna inform our gente? Like, I feel like you should honestly be cool if like you did like a YouTube in Spanish. Like, it's just like, well, we already are. This is what we're doing. You know, like making a platform for our gente.
But that's what I do. I mean, like, you know, it's like every time that I go out there on tour, like I sell my shows out because of I actually downloaded this because a fan just made a video, right, where it's like every time, I guess, in a song that I've talked about being Mexican. And it's crazy because it's like a bunch of music videos in a row and it's like me saying Mexican, but it's like on none of those was I being like super like cliche or some sort of like just caricature of a Mexican. Like I wasn't, you know, being all like there's a lot of people that make being Mexican or wanting the Mexican support as their whole personality because they need it, because without them trying to be that Mexican image that they think, they're not going to get the support. I made my career based on myself. The work that I do after that, or the representation, or the trying to do the right thing or whatever, that's just in addition to, but I don't do it to try to get my fan base. I got my fan base through my talent. I got my fan base through what the fuck I do. That's what bothers me sometimes, because there is people out here that will literally just become this caricature because they want the Mexican support so bad that they're just like, look at me, I'm the most Mexican you've ever seen. And it's like, dude, shut up. Like, you don't have to become this whole, you just fucking just do the right thing, support the right fucking thing. You can get drunk, you can get faded, you can tip strippers, you can do whatever you want to do, and you can still do the right fucking thing. I hate whenever people think, we're not going to take you seriously doing this or talking to Congress or talking to fucking all this shit. I went to fucking, what was that? The whatever the fuck I went to talk to like all the people around the world, the UN, like the United Nations, some fucking thing, the heads of like Google, everything were there.
New York?
And my ass was just sitting there, talking my shit. I fucking sang a song and I just said what I needed to say about, undocumented people, and I talked my shit. And se me salieron las lágrimas because honestly they did fuck my shit up, and I was like, you know what, fuck this. And then I just told them what I needed to tell them, and I'm like, it would happen, right? It would happen to this. You guys wanted me to show up and do this, but fuck that shit up. So I'm gonna tell you what's really in my heart, and I'm gonna tell you what it is. And I sang a cappella and I sang mariachi and I got the fuck off stage, and that was it. Like, and everybody afterwards was just like, yo, like that shit was fucking lit. Like that, you know what I mean? Like, you speak from the heart. And at the end of the day, if it's one thing that I love about our fucking people is that it really does come from the heart. And you recognize real, like real recognize real. There, whenever you see some fake shit, you're like, boo, that person's doing it for this or that. But when you see some real shit, you be like, yo, that's that real shit. And that's it. It's like the difference between salsa from a jar and real fucking salsa. You're gonna know your grandma's salsa. You're gonna know your tia or your mom's salsa. And when you get paste, then you gonna get paste. And if that's what you want, then that's what you want. You can't handle the real shit. But the people who like the real shit, they gonna know.
Yeah.
Bring the chips.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Were you able to find the video?
Hallelujah.
No.
Yevent on
How do you
YouTube.
spell that?
YEE. Like yee, because we're from the Bay. Yee, YEEVENTS. And then look up the Blueface one where we had Blueface. We've had a few artists, a few ones.
Yeah, genuine heart. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm dead.
And I want them to see me in this element because I want them to see like.
I thought that's what the element you was about to get into right now, but you over here being too serious. You're not vibing. You're not talking. What's up?
I want
to
them
tell
to
us.
see,
I was asking you about what is your favorite fruit.
You were asking about my favorite
and we were
fruit.
gonna go somewhere else.
And the fruit made me think about farm workers.
I know. I'm like, she's like, so now that
and then
who's your favorite rapper?
Let's do that one.
Blueface baby.
Let's play it. Sandhill. Let's go. You're gonna see me right here. Watch.
Never let the beat get cold with the meat. Pull up on your block, then I bleed.
This is event. Like that's me right there in the back, bro. You see me? That's me right there in the back. Like this is what I was doing 24/7 for 6 years, bro. I was booking like the E40, bro. We just, we active. E40 pulled up. He was just like, I'm gonna pull up to you.
That's lit. Hell yeah. Got me wondering why I never seen you at one of my shows, but hey, look.
Hey, we wanted you, man.
Let's bring her out to one of my fucking shows. No, well in Sandhill, I forgot what. Well, this tour I'm starting in San Francisco, so just pull up.
Yeah.
It's gonna be lit.
San Francisco again.
We're either starting in Frisco or we're starting in Arizona, but we either gotta go this way or we gotta go this way. But I can't start in LA because I'm doing Baja Beach Fest, even though that shit's sold out already. So
I was gonna say you're doing Coachella too.
Well, I'm not on Coachella. I more than likely might fuck around and pop up.
I thought they put your name on there.
No, Santa Fe Clan is on there. I'm doing Baja Beach Fest.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah. Coachella might fuck around, but
then I'm gonna ask you, would you want to come to Farmchella?
I'm dead. Yeah, you gotta just tell me what it is and when it is.
So the second year of Farmchella is April 18th in Coachella, and it's basically a festival for farm workers.
Okay.
And it's a big deal. Yeah, the first year it was lit. It's needed, and we had like a couple thousand farm workers pull up. They got like a bunch of stuff. I mean, you could probably find it on the internet too, like
that's dope.
Farmchella on Celebration Nation.
They said make
YouTube.
her crowd surf. Yeah, we gonna make her crowd surf.
Me?
Yeah.
I'll do it. I've had my years of practice.
Yeah, there you go.
No, yeah,
we gonna make you crump.
Hey, I'm really good at like twerking.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I want people to just know that like you can do all this, but you could also give back.
Farmchella. Let's see Farmchella.
Which one?
Wait, go down. No. Keep that one in the middle. The third one. Because it's
13
like
years ago?
the
Wow.
third one.
God damn.
Not that one.
Oh,
the top.
VHS.
That's not the third one. That's the fourth one. The third one.
This one.
The one that's like a real. That was the first year.
Oh, that was gonna be my question. Do they have?
Grandma don't want to
¿Qué
make
está
you
pasando?
horchata.
I'm dead. Stewie.
Hey, Stewie did us. He hoping for Blueface in that one video.
Oh, that's
yeah.
dope. Oh, yeah.
I'm waiting for you to drop some music like this.
That's dope.
You already got the hat.
Don't fucking play me.
Look it. We literally like gave back to the community. Like we
That's
donated money to the programs
yeah.
and that's what honestly I'm not even gonna. That's what
dope.
the Coachella Festival should be doing.
Yeah.
We
I
gave
mean,
them food.
It's true.
We were lit. Like
Yeah. No,
Damn,
it's very
Kara's
true.
look
And I
good.
think when I went out there, I said that about that. I was like, it's crazy.
So we'd
how,
love
like,
to
all the
have
people that
you.
work. Yeah.
if you got the time.
So is that real food?
We always try to get organic food. Actually, yeah, and
It's
it
AI.
came from.
No, but
it-
like the farmer workers is real. Like that's real food for you.
What do you mean?
Like whatever they pick.
Oh no, that's why we advocate for them because they're the ones being sprayed
So
with the
ones
pesticides.
that is real food for you. Where do they pick it?
He wants
Small
to shop where
farms.
you shop.
Oh, you gotta find your local. You guys have a
Well,
lot.
I know
of,
where it's at, but I'm saying like where, if
He's
the
saying, how do you
farmers
know?
where you that like the guys that you are like going for, like that's not real food. So the guys that do have the real food, where are they at?
You gotta find them at the farmers market. They usually set up at the farmers market. That's
But they
where-
have their own like independent.
They have their own
Yeah, it's
farms.
local.
They have something even like let's say like this.
Not the farmer's
we
market,
at-
like the store, like the,
No, the local.
Yeah.
The shops.
Let's say
pop-ups.
y'all made one of these acres like corn. Now you go to the farmer's market, you sell your corn.
Right.
Boom.
Okay.
I
That's
could have
farmers
I could
market.
have a whole acre of corn and I'll still never
Get
be a
more
corny
chicken.
ass bitch.
Nah, our topos would fucking eat them, and I would be
Pinches
mad.
topos, hijos de su puta madre, que andan
Yeah.
en todo lo que da, dude.
They ate my
Fucking knock
fucking
my
corn.
fucking house out.
That's why.
Yeah.
I had planted some
We got
corns.
topos, dude.
And they were like this big, and then they ate them.
Aw.
And they were already having little corns.
A for effort. Aw.
Yeah, it was
It was
farm.
hard.
Nah, but fuck them topos though. We gotta get rid of them because we got all these freaking trees y ahí andan siempre nomás chingando. For real.
And that's why my foot sinked over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that should be happening.
Stupid hoyos.
So April 18th.
Yeah, those, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Those are,
damn. They don't even got eyeballs. Or no,
They
they
ate
do.
your corn.
Yeah.
They're
Those
so
hands.
cute.
Oh
They
my
are so
God.
cute.
Aw.
Dude, can we catch them and keep them as
They could
pets?
eat all my
What?
corn.
This looks like an ocean creature.
We're like, stop eating our food and come here and cuddle.
Aw. Oh,
Ew.
oh.
That's a naked mole rat.
What was that?
I'm smiling.
Aw.
They look so
They're
happy.
just happy to be here.
Yeah, he's cute.
The nails, though.
I know. Chill out, bad bitch.
You
Yo.
got no lashes, girl.
She said, and all you need to know is
I'll come
damn.
up and eat your shit while you're asleep.
she's like, I need $200 for a fill, baby girl.
Oh my God.
If you want me to look good, like, damn, $200 for a fill. What they doing?
Filling you up?
Filling the what the fuck?
Wasn't that a fill?
Oh my god.
Fill for the nails, bro.
Oh.
Look at this
sorry.
one.
I mean, it's some language I don't know. And I don't get my nails.
You don't pay a girl's nails?
I have, but I don't right now.
I feel that.
And then I'm the type of person to be like, don't get your nails in. There's chemicals.
Oh my god.
I was
These,
like,
these bitches don't give a fuck. They're
no,
like,
and the funny thing is, I gave her $30. I still remember. And she's like 30, and
I
I was
mean-
like, "Bitch, how much you need?" She's like 60, and then tip. I was like, "What the fuck?"
60. Where you get those?
yeah, that's not what it
Over
costs
there by
right
Allen
now.
Rock.
They'll file your nails for that. Your real
I mean, we're
nails.
talking about years ago, so it's
Nah, right
Yeah,
now
of
they
course.
like 200 and up.
200.
Actually, I think I remember getting
Oh
mine
my
for like
God,
$30
really?
back in the
I'm in
day.
the wrong
At
business.
some point, it's gonna be like $500.
They're like 200 and up. Like you feel stupid if you send anything less than 200 for like some nails.
Really?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Are they at least putting like images on there?
Like I mean they're long. Like if you're gonna get like long nails and like some shit on like yeah.
And then also like
And that's like with like 2 nails having a design. That's not even like full.
Full
I know some
printed?
girl that told me she spends $500 on her nails every month.
Oh hell no!
How about that one girl that
I was
uses
like,
like,
golly.
or that person that makes videos? They'll find like a peanut shell on the ground and they'll turn it into nails. Have you seen that?
The what?
Cardi B.
They like do the randomest things and they turn them
Oh,
into
yeah.
nails, like piece of food or something stupid.
Oh, the
That's for
ramen.
content.
Yeah, but that probably costs even more.
also
Yeah,
someone
damn.
mentioned they go to
Well, my
Sprouts.
aunt's a nail tech. What the fuck?
Oh, speaking of,
My
we need
tia,
to keep
right? Yeah,
our
like,
we
you
need to
should
keep our
continue.
money in our community.
Yeah,
We
I
can
agree.
be helping a homegirl out. You know, she just gotta learn how to make nails, and then we keep. That's another thing I just wanted to mention real quick. Your purchasing power is so powerful. Like where we put our money. Like think about where the money you spent today. Like where it's going. Is it funding like genocides in the Middle East, or is it helping your neighbor like pay their rent? You know what I mean? Like that makes a difference because we need
I
our.
definitely keep my money in our ecosystem. I'm like, it's me, my cousin, my brother, my auntie.
Yeah, like
Everybody that was my friend or my family member is employed, and we all just here vibing. But I will say I agree with you about that because, okay, once the Palestine thing happened and people said about like McDonald's and like Starbucks and all that shit, I just took that as like a little beginning step to be like, I shouldn't even like really be supporting. So I've been kind of like little by little growing the list of things. Obviously here and there, there's like, but like I haven't gone back to Starbucks. I haven't gone back to McDonald's. I do make my own fucking coffee. I feel like now I feel a lot better for it. Homemade burgers are good. Like here and there I'll eat junk food or whatever, but it's like I am trying to make better decisions, not only for that, for health, for our economy, and for just, trying to teach my son to just make better decisions because sometimes we get lazy, dude. And let's keep it real. Making shitty decisions, the government and everybody makes it so that you're just dependent and lazy on the bullshit. It's harder to make your own food. It's harder to not support the local chains that are everywhere. But you just gotta,
Yeah, I think sometimes we need to slow down because the world moving fast and it's like hitting rock bottom too fast. That's why also like. Yeah, like you're like our gente works so much. We make, like I said, like $3.2 trillion every year. Where does that money go? Imagine if we put it back into our community.
Yeah, but we gotta teach our parents and our grandparents and our uncles because a lot of our family, like, they're hard headed already. You know what I mean? Like, so with growing up, bro, it was so hard. Like I had to teach. I was the oldest granddaughter in both of my families, right? And I was the first American in both of my families. So my older two cousins on both sides were born in Mexico, speak Spanish. That's where they live. I was the first American born granddaughter. Do you know the culture shock that was happening of me growing up here and then my family? I was going to school and then I was going home and being like, that's wrong. Don't do that. You shouldn't say that. Like, that's actually racist. That's actually colorist. Like, why is my cousin's name Prieto? Like, that shouldn't be his name. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I had to teach. And then, it's like, I listen to rap music immediately. Oh, you want to be black? No, this is what I listen to. Like, so it just became me constantly. My mom's side has 8 uncles and aunts. My dad's side has 8 uncles and aunts. I had to argue my whole fucking life to show we're wrong. Pero they're hard-headed as fuck. Still to this day, I have uncles and people who just are. You just like, okay, so you're just ignorant. Like, you don't want to learn.
So you have 32 uncles and aunts?
Did you just multiply my uncle? Oh, yeah, well, I guess because they're married.
16? Yeah, damn. That's cool.
And not one of them out gay. I doubt that. Math-wise, I feel like at least one of them is gay.
Yeah, I'm sure one of them's take it up. I think we know who.
I think we have an idea.
Ears.
Huh?
My virgin ears.
What? Oh, about gay uncles?
No.
Do you have uncles and aunts?
I do.
32 of them?
I might.
Wait, what?
No.
What?
No, yeah. I feel like we all have big-ass families. But I'm undocumented, so I don't really go to the Mexico like that, so I don't really know them like that.
Oh, okay. Is there anyone in your family that you are close to?
My siblings and my parents.
If you didn't answer these questions, I was going to be like, are you AI? I was going to be like...
You have feelings.
I'm like, hold on.
What?
Like she was actually put on this to like fucking infiltrate from the inside out. She's AI.
She just never moves. Like you just bend up. You're just like shut down.
She's like, I'm undocumented.
What do you mean?
This is a terrible nightmare.
I know. I'm programmed to be like, I'm undocumented. Anytime they're on to me.
Well, I'm dead.
She'll fit right in. You know.
I'm dead.
Oh man.
Fuck. Well, shit. They said, yeah, you're the mathlete. Right. Yeah, it was like, so you have 32 uncles and aunts. I'm like, well, now, I mean, 2 on my dad's side passed away and 1 on my mom's side passed away. So
But we also gained some because we got divorces and then we got remarriages. Or rejuntados. I don't think my aunt's married again.
my mom is vibing by herself.
No, not your mom.
Oh. Oh, my tia.
My tia. Oh no, that's just a man's. Sorry.
We start going in on my tia's dating life. We're like, well, technically. No, but yeah, my tia.
I think that's her calling. No, it says tia. No, I'm just kidding.
She's like, Claudia, aquí
I
está.
know. She storms into the door.
Jose said, oh no. Listen, this ain't 90 Day Fiance, bro. What do you think about shows like 90 Day Fiance?
Oh, I think I've seen it a couple times, but man, imagine they put some brown people in there, bro.
There is some brown people.
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
no,
But
like a whole show of just.
What pisses me off about 90 Day Fiance is it's always some random ass American that goes to another country to date above their fucking like level. You know what I mean? It's like you're ugly in America,
Then maybe I
so
haven't
you
seen
go
the
to
show.
another country to get yourself a fine bitch. Like come on,
Out of
bro.
their league.
And then they're like, oh, I can't believe, like, come on, you got yourself an out of your league girl, and you thought like
And she got her papers, yeah.
right, and you're very cocky to go to another country and just be like,
With no neck.
exactly, no neck ed, like.
No neck boy.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, what made you think? That goes to show you it's a little racist to just think, oh, well, I'll go to another country and I'll be a godsend to them. Like, bro, if you ain't got no neck here, you ain't got no neck over there. Like, what the fuck?
But he got papers.
Not fucking passport bros.
I'm sure she'll just let him hit for that. And once that is done, I see it.
I don't think she did. I think
No?
that was the cool thing. Did she end up
Stood her
being
ground?
gay? Or is that just my mind thinking? I thought she got a girlfriend. Maybe it was a guy that was girly. I don't know. Something happened. Ow.
Also, or
Head and shoulders.
knees and toes.
Yeah, Head and Shoulders is the best one. I use the shea butter with coconut. Oh, it smells good.
What? Shea butter? They said they give out necks with passport stamps. Oh my God. People were saying that you don't get your passport stamped anymore, but you do. I just, I don't know. Why did people say that you don't get
I don't
stamps
know.
anymore?
You got it stamped when we went to Argentina because I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I just came back from France. It got stamped.
I believe that.
And in
but
London.
maybe certain places only stamp. I don't
In
know.
Argentina? Wait.
Uh,
Oh, no, they didn't in Argentina, no.
Yeah.
Chile, I do have a Chile one.
Mm.
Mexico, Colombia. Turns out I'm a passport boy. Like, hey, ladies. Wait, do gays? Wait,
No,
Can
undocumented
gays-
people can't travel. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm dead. No, can gays give papers to people if they get married?
Yeah.
Still a marriage, you know?
It's still, yeah.
I'm just saying, do other countries recognize, like,
Yeah.
Or is it US
Once you
recognized?
get your papers here, you good.
well, guess what? We just moved up to level 2, ladies. Who want to get married with me? I'm going to be no neck ed. I'm going to another country. I'm fucking.
There he is.
That is me in the morning, bruh.
You want another water?
After eating mad birria tacos. I'm like, oh shit.
Without the thing, no free promo.
You better than me, girl.
I was going to grab your soup, but you're already chugging half of it.
Yeah, weird.
Nah, it's good.
They don't stamp
Thank you.
between countries.
It just fades. Look, watch. It just fades.
Oh, snap.
Do it again.
On the head. Is that his name?
Oh,
Leave him alone.
hold on. We gotta let it complete.
I'm dead. You need to leave. No, but the people from other countries expect Americans to be rich, and they get all disappointed when they come to America with a little ass apartment. That is true.
I've seen that.
That is true.
Also, don't marry for papers, bro. Do it, but not if you're gonna be locked down in a toxic relationship.
That and also
Because I've seen some stuff end like really bad.
people. By the way, we're all Latinos, and we all have people who have offered some sort of marriage for some sort of. Bro, you're financially responsible for them forever, bro. If you pop up, no neck Fred right, not no
I'm
neck
just
Ed right
remembering.
now.
Sorry, I gotta stop remembering that.
What?
The transition. That is funny.
All right, do it
Anyway.
again.
One more time.
Yo, if you're on TikTok and you don't see this, you should be on YouTube watching me transition from no neck Ed to myself. You really sleeping on the podcast right now if you're not on the podcast.
What happened to long neck?
Oh shit.
Oh, dude, what happened to him?
And I think wide neck is locked up. But long neck.
Oh my gosh, wide neck, long neck, and no neck should fucking hang out.
I think they had. Well, not the no neck, but the
Yeah.
long neck and the wide neck had.
Yeah, they have.
Well, yeah, but not no neck. That would be epic.
No, he's trying to seduce females.
You said what's it under? It's on youtube.com/everydaydays. Somebody tag that shit. Look, my brother's doing it again. Hold on. I'm going to show it to you right
But
now. Hold on.
now I did it so that it turns into.
Hold on.
So that you turn into him.
Look at my brother. Look at this dumb shit my brother's doing right now. Wait.
Ready?
All right, ready?
All right,
Go.
but stand
Go. I got to be taller. There. Wait, I got to line my eyes up with him. That was too good.
Is there a way you can pause it?
That's crazy. I'm
Nah.
dead. Is there a way you can... All right,
All right,
guys.
anyway,
Just me being no neck is crazy.
people offering about marriage thing you're talking about.
You ever been offered?
Oh yeah.
Creepos?
Just a lot of people, just boys, girls.
Oh.
Everything. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Boys and girls? Damn. Boys and Girls Club.
Boys and Girls
Crazy.
Club.
Wildin'.
But and I feel like in a way I just haven't because, I'm like the voice, a voice for our gente, and I just want them to know that there's other ways, and like getting immigration reform with the bill HR 151.
True.
Did you want to talk about cheese med too now?
No.
Okay.
Why?
Good.
Oh, you want cheese?
No.
Do you have tea of your own?
No.
Expose yourself. Well, no. Wait. Don't expose
It's
yourself.
political tea, and I'm just kidding.
Okay, yeah. Whatever you want to talk about, we here.
No, we here. That's why I know you're good. You're good.
The fuck? What's going on? What you mean?
No, I did want to mention like how our gente is like being attacked in the media, like right now. Like you see a lot of hate towards our communities, and I just want y'all to know that you have the power to change that and to not let that bring you down. And I just wanted to remind y'all for that.
Oh.
I know.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think everybody that watches my podcast is very unserious
That's good.
because we just spent like a
I
minute
know.
transitioning me to no neck.
I was like,
And I'm
do I
pretty-
cue in now?
No
And I'm
neck,
pretty
no
sure
problem.
my They call me no neck. The product is crazy. First of all, I have a neck. Why are y'all laughing so hard?
The comment, no neck, the product.
You guys are crazy. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, the thing is, yeah, like you were saying, you can have fun. You can do the right thing. We could do all that. We're morons around here. We
Yeah,
do
with
stupid
neck,
shit,
you're
bro.
not.
I know. I'm like expose. I meant like expose. Like talk about your life. I didn't mean expose yourself. You come to be a guest on this podcast and only expose yourself. That's crazy. Steph, can you help me? You're more serious. You went to college. Can you help me with the conversation?
Bang, bang, bang.
So
No.
you say because you're the lead of the boys of the gente, you can't have a relationship.
The boys.
Aw. No, I didn't say that. No, I've been in I'm in an 8-year relationship. And we're just...
God damn.
Yeah.
9 years is a long time,
Are you
man.
married?
No.
Then what the fuck?
Oh my
It's all
god.
right, girl. It's all good.
I mean, kind of by ¿cómo se llama?
Like
Like
civil?
common law?
I know.
LA? I mean, Cali, common law is 6 years.
See my papers like that, huh?
Common law is common law. Hey.
Do you guys still
Tell you
love
right
each
now.
other?
Of course. Yeah, no, I just, like I mentioned, I think, like, I low-key try to be, I want our gente to feel like, we're in this together. And I don't want to just get my papers like that, when I know it's hard for other people.
Wait, so are you holding it up?
I know.
Are you
Yeah,
just
I am.
self-sabotaging
Yes.
for the voice of your people? Girl, the voice of the people is fine. It's raspy. It's just like mine. Do your thing. Live your life.
Hey, no, I've had people be like, what are you doing? You'd be a better ally if you're a citizen. And I'm just like, bro, I don't know if it feels the same. Because, like, you just, your people.
Oh, like
need-
you want to do it the
Pero
way
también
you're
because-
promoting for people to do it.
It's like because it's like a scare. And people might see that and end up in, like, toxic relationships trying to, get their papers like that. And, like, I've just been.
Do you ever feel like you might be just kind
I've-
of being a little hard-headed on it?
Maybe, yeah. recently. I mean, 8 years later, yeah, you start thinking like, okay, what am I doing? You know?
Because I'm sure he's gonna think, what is he doing?
Oh, yeah. And he knows though. He knows like why.
No, they're very. I mean, you know, you guys are good.
Yeah, no, we're cool, and it's like I think we just man, it's just being part of the movement.
Support you?
Yeah.
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 Dang.
No.
It might be a better understanding.
I don't know. I mean, I think it would be dope if you like don't let all of this
stop me. Huh?
Stop you from greatness. You know.
Oh.
Do you think? I think. Yeah, it could be good for you to. You know, but then again, yeah, I don't know what your goal is. I don't know if you're like, I want to do it the way that I'm telling people to do it and shit. And then you might feel a little bit like you didn't do it that way. But I'll tell you, my mom came here on a 90-day. My mom was going to marry some guy named Mike. She ended up with Miguel. Straight up. She dipped out. She came with some dude, got her over here. And she was living there. And she was just like, I'm not really fucking with this. She left. She was in San Jose working at a movie theater or whatever. Met my dad. And then here comes me. You know, and they were married for a long time. What was it the other day? My mom, I was talking on WhatsApp with my mom, and she was like, yeah, she said something about my dad, like a good thing. And I was like, well, you know, he doesn't have a wife no more, so, you know, that'd be real fucking weird if y'all just linked up in Mexico. She's like, oh yeah, el amor de mi vida, but she's joking because her and my dad do not get along, but they were great friends. I don't know why I went on a tangent, but just maybe little me was hoping my parents would end up back together. I'm kidding. They're fucking terrible for each other. They're toxic as hell.
Oh, man.
A Gemini and a Taurus. Wild. Who are you with? Because you're an Aries.
Aries and a Libra.
Oh.
So it like balances me out.
So can two signs be with each other?
Honestly,
like, is that
I don't
compatible?
know. I don't know. I don't know if I would be with a male Aries.
I heard that male Aries are like the worst.
I honestly haven't been one, but just even being a female Aries is cool. But I know like where to like draw the line on like the, you know, what it comes with feeling, I guess, being an Aries. Because I mean, if you believe in astrology, you know, I get it. I see.
I have a lot of Aries around me.
Yeah? That's good.
Yeah.
What month is that?
It's
Cole's
April,
an Aries.
March,
Lisa's an
April.
Aries.
April?
March,
a lot of Aries around me.
March and April. Where my Aries at? And Aries, I think, get along with Libras really well. My sister's a Libra. Libras, where you at?
That's the Aries sign. That looks like the ovaries, or like the female reproductive system.
So what do you think about Kellogg's? Are you boycotting them?
What do they do now? They found pesticides in their cereal,
because food is going up, and he said that to eat
cereal. That's so messed up, dude.
And he's raising the prices by somewhat percentage.
You see, like these attacks on our community.
So, I mean,
yeah, you just eat.
There is other brands, and you can make yourself too. Like you
make
can
cereal myself.
Yeah, you.
I would like
roll
to
it up.
How you make cereal yourself? I think we should make cereal ourselves.
Like if you're making like a, I don't know, like you get some dough, you roll it out, you cut it into little pieces, and then you bake them, and then you got little things, and you just eat them.
Put them
That's
in milk.
bread, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can like
that
bake
makes
them
sense.
to where they're like toasty enough, and then they taste like crunchy.
Chex.
Cereal.
Can we make Chex?
Chex Mix?
No, Chex.
Trix
The
Mix.
Chex cereal.
Yeah.
Kicks. Kicks
You
is
should
good.
make
Cheerios.
You should make your whole
my heart.
breakfast yourself. We 3D print the bowl, and then you make
Too much technology.
You make your own cereal, and then milk the goats for some milk. Boom.
I'm dead. I have high cholesterol, so I'm gonna get on a very vegetable fruit diet. Flor, hit up all the farm workers. I'm pulling up, taking the whole crop.
Oh yeah, you're changing your diet.
Yeah, because I have the high cholesterol. Turns out.
Man, so it turns out a lot of our people do.
Yeah, I'm your people.
Why do you think it is?
I'm your people.
What do you
Birria.
eat? Birria, is it? You think
Fucking quesabirria, like atasco.
you think it's like the oil?
All of it is the meat.
I think it's a lot of it has to do with like the oil,
Fucking
the meat.
fucking manteca en los frijoles, tacos, tortas, tostadas, tostadas de tinga, de fucking chorizo, tortas de chorizo, burritos rojos, menudo, pozole. Me just getting hungry. Everything.
Yeah.
Barbacoa. Are you vegan?
No.
Oh.
No.
Do you eat tacos?
Yes. I eat
Nice.
tacos.
What's your favorite?
Tacos vegetarianos. No, I'm just kidding. I like shrimp and I love seafood.
Did you know shrimp has high cholesterol? Doesn't it? Isn't it like out of the seafood, it's like the more cholesterol one? I don't know. I was going to eat some and then Marjorie was like, you have high cholesterol. You can't eat shrimp. I was like, what?
What?
I don't know. Is that true?
Shrimp are notably high in cholesterol.
Really?
Yep.
Dang.
But does that mean that the food has cholesterol? Not,
Or the oil.
or like, will it give you cholesterol? You know?
What is cholesterol?
I don't know.
It's the meat, y'all. Maybe, honestly, it might be the meat because they be injecting the cows. They need to grow them nice and fluffy for your burgers and your carne asadas.
Damn.
And then they need to do it fast because a lot of people are hungry. How many of you guys eat meat every day? They need to keep up with production. You think these animals are growing that fast naturally? Especially chicken.
Well, that's why they have the meat in Mexico outside, huh? Like just no fridge.
What?
Because it's more what? Or
More fresh, I feel
more
like.
fresh. I feel like
'cause
Mexico.
they assassinate the
Assassinate is crazy.
they slaughter the cows and the pigs.
Yo, using the word assassinate for chickens
True
is
warning for all the
insane.
vegans.
Sorry, guys. I got to get off TikTok because Yayo loves using crazy trigger words. I'm sorry. Earlier, I had to get off TikTok because he was like, oh, do you think they have cortavenas or clippers
On
for
Amazon.
veins on Amazon? I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, just get the job done quicker. Like, boom, the boliche. Vámonos. Next.
Assassinate the chicken.
Assassinate
But
the
yeah,
chickens.
pretty much, because even the chickens, they're yellow over there. They're not white.
Right?
Like over there, like the cuello, everything, and the plumas, once you take them out, they're yellow. And they just have it there.
Here they're like bleached.
And then, mandas al chiquillo, media libra de pollo. And he comes back with this, not even cold, it's just room temperature.
Yeah, and then also like the milk.
Yeah, and there's
The milk.
not room. It's
The
room
milk,
temperature.
they bleach the milk here. They bleach the milk here. They get rid of all the blood in the milk. They and again they inject the cows, so you're literally getting all the injection
vegetarian.
into the.
And the
you know,
chichis
into
are
the milk.
exploded too.
Unga su
Dude,
puta
you know
madre.
only female cows produce milk, right?
Mhm.
So they impregnate cows like back to back to back. They take away their baby because like they don't want to give the money making milk to the baby cow who it's for. They need to give it to, I guess, us
To us. For our cereal.
So where's
for
the
our
baby
cereal.
go?
So that might lead to cholesterol too,
What?
or other things.
Oh, I don't drink milk.
Oh, nice, good.
Yeah, milk is fucking gross. But only if like it's in cereal. But I don't even eat cereal anymore because I heard that all these cereals are bad for you. So now I don't even do nothing. I just eat fucking eggs.
We're going to be like SpongeBob, just breathing air.
I
with
feel
our
like a lot of
friend
people
Chip.
eat eggs, huh? Like
From my
every day.
chickens.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I eat eggs from the chickens. That's why when everybody was complaining about the egg prices, I'm like, I don't know. Except for now, these bitches are not fucking giving eggs because it's cold. They're on strike.
Right?
They're on strike. They're like, bitch, we're cold. I'm like, I have heaters for you. Give me the damn eggs.
Not on strike. Hey, how would you guys feel if farm workers went on strike for their rights if we don't get papers on like by November?
Tell you the truth, I don't think they'd do it. But I would love that. I think it would be necessary. I think if Hispanics were more with it to do shit, we would fucking really do some shit.
Oh no, not the people. Like the farm workers stop working.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like we don't get food.
Yeah.
If you don't already have your like local farmers market and like the community.
Yeah.
Because there comes a point like let's say you tell the farm workers, look, you're not gonna have a job next year if you don't get this. If you get it in, if you drill it in their mind enough, I feel like they're going to do it. And I say this because I talk to them. I talk to them like directly and I know where they're at. And I know like you're saying like our gente might not come, but there comes to a point where it's like, it's either this or you're going to be struggling and you're not going to have a job. And what are you going to do? And obviously it takes, people to kind of remind them about that. But just be prepared for anything, I guess, but also just fight for our rights for citizenship. I'm like, how can I make the urgency here?
I think you made it. I mean, I think you made it. I think everybody, especially people that are here, because let's keep it a buck. I go on stages and that's what I talk about. Like, so to me, I feel like, especially with these people, I think what it is also getting into communities where it's not talked about, where they don't really, you know what I mean? I think I'm one of the artists that kind of does. So I think it's good, but I mean, maybe some more collaborative efforts with like other people that maybe their fan base doesn't always do this, which I think it could be good, man. Like I think you and I barely started, kind of really working together for any of this, and you have my support for anything. I've always told you, and different people that I've met through you, like I'm here to expand on voices that are already doing the right thing. Like my platform is y'all's platform. So if you say something and you're like, yo, share this for me, I'll share it. Like that's what it's about. It's about everybody that has a platform being willing to share things about things that really are going to help the community, and that's it. That's all we really can do. You know what I mean? Like a lot of our greatest leaders and greatest people have ended up being hurt by their own community. So a lot of times I've also lived by, I do what I can, I'm practical in my fucking help, I try my best to do the right thing, pero no me voy a mortificar tampoco, because at the end of the day, sometimes we have to remember that we're human. I have a kid, I have family, I have everything that I need to I'm an independent business. I don't have a major label, major distribution. Nobody gives me no money for none of this shit. If I don't work every day to sustain everybody's paycheck, we all fall apart. So it's like I have to keep on going, and then I do the right thing, and then I do this, and then I do that. Pero my platform is always open for anyone doing the right thing. I think you're always doing the right thing. So yeah, that's why I wanted to welcome you. But not only that, moving forward, hopefully we can do more shit.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think we're just getting started. Should we tell them a little bit about like the little contest we got coming up?
Tell them.
So Snow wants to help out our kids of immigrants, which are actually indigenous, and also those that are undocumented. We're actually doing a contest where artists, creators, this could be journalism, music, art, even video creating, like content creating, like where you tell your story of where you basically like, it's like artivism, like getting our gente's voices out there, but in your form of art.
Yeah.
And then like around like getting citizenship, or just like being indigenous and being called immigrant, like that's the route. We'll talk more about it, but if y'all know anybody, I think there's like $2,500 grants that people could win. We'll make a video, and then we'll be comment, tell your friends.
Yeah, this is the first time we're talking about it, but we'll definitely put out a video about it. You're, like we said, you're gonna put your face more out there on TikTok. I'll be resharing your videos. We'll be talking more, and this is one of the first. These are a couple of the first things that we're doing. At least with me, with her, like we're partnering up on doing some cool shit. I definitely look forward to doing more. I also look forward to bringing in people that I know, like as influencers or as artists or whatever, to just introduce everybody, and maybe we'll do like a fucking party here at my crib, like just to everybody get to know each other. How do we like do the right thing, and make a little carne asada and everybody vibe out. You can invite some people, I can invite some people, and just try to get the right circles talking to each other so that we can do the right thing, because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. That's what makes your heart full. You can make money, you can try to go for success, you could do whatever, but if you're not doing it for the right reasons and you're not helping ayudar a tu prójimo and each one teach one, which is very important, then what the fuck are you even doing, dude? Like we said, community is very important, family is very important, friendships are very important, and I hope and look forward to cultivating all of that with you and yours, and this is me and mine. He uses words like assassinate and
trigger.
Right, trigger. You said like Lauren, yeah, like different people. Lauren obviously does a lot of fucking amazing stuff. I think there's a lot of good people, so I appreciate everybody here on the podcast. Obviously this was a Sunday special version. I'm not gonna lie, I am gonna cut the podcast pretty, like we're gonna end it.
I know we're 2 hours in, huh?
My 2 hours in, and my voice is fucking going away, and also she's a busy woman, but I look forward to doing this more. I look forward to doing some good causes, and if you guys have any ideas, and share this with the people that might be able to participate in any of the contests or help out in any fucking way. Give me any ideas for like who you want me to invite or involve, or let's just put the voices and magnify the voices of the people that are doing the good shit. And for me, I'm gonna let her say the last thing and say whatever she wants to say to y'all. I love y'all per usual. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Tuesday we have a podcast, Thursday we have a podcast. Follow Flor. You want to tell them anything? We're gonna have her dancing. We're gonna have her dancing and fucking crumping and twerking and drinking on the when we see her at the end of March. Oh shit! All right, tell them something, Flor. Last word.
You could twerk and you could put in that good work for your community.
Oh.
And I'm here to prove it, and she's here to prove it too.
I mean, I'm not twerking, but she can.
Now you could look like this. You could talk like this.
We
dance like this. And you can give back to your gente and fight for your gente's rights. And it's gonna take you to make a difference, just like it's going to take us to make a difference, but we need you to do your part.
Yes.
So, si se puede, mi gente, and look out for that contest we got going on so we can help our gente out.
Yes.
Because we want to uplift your voices.
And way more to come. And as always, you already know, I love y'all. And don't forget, si se puede.
Si se puede.
Esa niña no se aguanta. Quiere todo porque el pussy sabe a Fanta. Si la dejas por pendejo se te casa. Dale todo, 2 de lengua y una horchata. Si te alcanza, I'm the shit, huh? Are you catching what I'm throwing for a pickup? Same bitch I always was, now I'm just richer. I'm about to shake it up and check the Richter. This a sticker.
You say some things your numbers don't say. I got some kids with toys that don't play. Kilo de azúcar pa' mi cornflakes. I don't need roses, pour me rosé.
No soy santa, baby, yo soy vale madre, faca chancla. Lo que yo sí tengo mucho a ti te falta. Y si quieres yo te enseño con el ram pa pa pam, ram pa pa pam pam. No soy santa, baby, yo soy vale madre, faca chancla. Lo que yo sí tengo mucho a ti te falta. Y si quieres yo te enseño con el ram pa pa pam, ram pa pa pam pam.
Don't try to play me, baby. I'ma meet you acana, which means I've been a Mexican snack and I'll split your banana. Solo yo sé mi rollo guayaba, también sácate cana. Me encanta la línea de Fanta porque nadie me aguanta. Por eso I've been on my grind, I've been on my grind. It's been cold and I've been on, but my name's Snow. I got it and it's ice on my chest. You can suck a paleta if you hate. Aquí se respeto, te empaco maleta por güey.
No soy santa, baby, yo soy vale madre, faca chancla. Lo que yo sí tengo mucho a ti te falta. Y si quieres yo te enseño con el ram pa pa pam, ram pa pa pam pam. No soy santa, baby, yo soy vale madre, faca chancla. Lo que yo sí tengo mucho a ti te falta. Y si quieres yo te enseño con el ram pa pa pam, ram pa pa pam pam.
I don't need roses, pour me rosé. Mommy got rosaries and go